just bear with us a second. What we'll do, Rodri, is we'll look at bounties, and you will know that on the inventory there you have 3 different types of bounties. One is specific for any strikes. It's the first lot, right? So when you so you can do these as well, and they are kind of mission related, story missions and any other activity related. And then you have the third lot, which is your crucible bounties.
There's only Vanguard and Crucible bounties for me.
Oh, you don't have the probably because you've not unlocked the strikes yet. Siva heroic strikes and that. So that's fine. You'll get these eventually, and you can be collecting primarily.
I heard a rumor from a friend that plays Destiny 1 that there was something called the Rainbow Bounty from him. I heard it could give you like an icebreaker or a touch of malice.
Well, our community veterans will be able to tell us exactly what we need to do in order to get it or to complete it, so just bear with me. Flying Pirates will be able to tell us, but let me just get everything up and running with the broadcast, because for whatever reason we were not able to see the picture earlier. Flying Pirates is confirming all is good, but on my display it isn't. So let me see what the problem is, whether we are getting it or not. No idea what the reason might be. Yeah, it's all in order. Flying Pirates, can I just ask you something? Our friend Rodri was asking about a rainbow bounty. So Rodri, can you just repeat what you said about the rainbow bounty, and Flying Pirates will be able to help us. He will almost certainly know what to do.
I heard from a friend that there was something called the Rainbow Bounty that you can get from the Xander bounty tracker over there, and I heard you get it by leveling him up a certain amount of times. Is that true?
Yeah, so the question is regarding the Rainbow Bounty and whether a particular exotic weapon could be acquired after this bounty was completed. So would Flying Pirate know that? I'm certain that he will be able to provide us with the correct answer. So let's just wait and see. But whilst we are waiting, we can also progress with the game. So let me see. For myself, I've got all the bounties in here that I need, so I don't need to pick up any. How many bounties have you got? Did you pick up any of those Vanguard bounties? I mean, can you pick up any of those?
Yeah, I picked up all the Vanguard bounties I could.
Okay, and if you are looking at the bounty tracker at the moment, he is not allowing you to pick up any other ones. You're like full, are you? Or can you pick up any?
Nope, can't pick up any.
Okay, so you're sorted. Fine, so let's carry on. What we'll do is we'll go to the front. I always go to the front, have a look at the view in here, and then I have a moment of peace before commencing with a battle. And then after that we'll go in the orbit and proceed to the next destination. Our friend Rodri is going to be our team leader, so Rodri is going to be guiding us towards various other missions and tasks. So let's just have a look. What is that you need to do story missions wise next?
I need to do... Alright, so how do I know if it's like my story mission?
You'll be able to see on your map, because when you highlight a particular area, it will tell you whether it's a story mission or not. So I'll show you that in a moment. So let's go. We'll go to orbit, and it's a bit clumsily done here with the quests, because A, you can't see whether it's a story mission or not when you're looking at it, and secondly, once you complete it, you can't see what you completed, which is different in Destiny 2. In Destiny 2, everything that you complete is, recorded, so it's very easy to detect whether there's anything else left out. And this was a big complaint related to Destiny 1 when the game came out, and still is persisting, because I personally like seeing what I completed, i.e., all the completed quests, and you can't really see them in here. You can see them once they're up and running, but then once they're completed, they're gone, and I think that really needs to be remedied in the future. So for instance, if you are wondering, you know, what is a story mission? So if you look at Earth, I've just accessed it here, and let's say you see all those different icons. The icons indicating there's a strike, the icon indicating there's a mission with a star, and then some are highlighted with those purple triangles. So let's say we go to one of those, right? The Dark Within. So let's say we have Kate's Stash, right? So it's the Taken King, Kate's Stash, Old Russia on Earth, level 26, story easy. So let's say we select this one. Once you select it, it will tell you Kate's Stash, Old Russia, Earth, story, right? So that's the only way you'll be able to see it straight away, that this is a story mission. And, and as you know, the way it works in Destiny 1 is that the story is not told in a linear fashion, which means it doesn't have a chronological narrative. So you're playing the story, you know, in all sorts of ways. And we've had, during the last week, a chronological story missions replay. So we play the story according to the actual chronology from the very beginning to the very end. And it did take us 6 full days here of about 6 hours of streaming per day in order to complete. So for instance, once you've done your character, once you've completed all the story missions, what you can do is you can go to my blog. My blog has a major guide on Destiny called Destiny Bungie Masterpiece. And then what you have is you have a list called Destiny 1 story missions, which is just before you get to the video library, and they are written in a chronological order. So if you want to have a replay to learn more about the story, how everything worked, you just replay that, you know, it's quite easy. And then you do it chronologically. There are about 44, I think, different missions which belong to the story mission section, and you go to different planets and do them step by step. So that's the only way to do it, unfortunately. It doesn't have the automated story access similar to other linear games like Mass Effect, for instance, because you're following the story according to the characters that you talk to. Alright, so that's the way to look at it. No, I don't want that. Set destination. What we need to do here is we'll first of all invite you to be our team leader, right? So you are to be our team leader, and promote to leader. There we are. So keep in mind that now whatever you do is going to be viewed directly through my live broadcast. So whatever you want to do, you must tell me in advance, right? So we don't have any confusion. So the next mission in here is Fallen Saber, but I think this is a
story.
No, this is a strike. This is a strike.
Yeah, and it's saying it's a patrol.
No, that's a patrol.
I'm
that's
to
right.
check what I need to do.
Okay, go back to destinations. This is a strike as well.
Alright, let me go to the moon.
Whatever you have, I tell you what, wherever you have that purple triangle, right? Wherever there's a purple triangle, that is the task that needs to be completed, right? And in here you've selected Paradox, but you can see it's asking you to do it on...
Yeah, everything that I selected was something I needed to do. It had a purple triangle over it.
Okay, I can hear a lot of noise from your mic. Just make sure that you're not hitting the mic and not doing anything with it. Switch off the handset and sort it out, because it's very noisy. I keep saying handset, but actually it's your headset, you know.
So let me try plugging it in, plugging it back in.
What's causing the noise, do you know? Is it your mic or is it your leads?
I think it's my mic.
It does sound like something is being... something's happening to the mic. That is a kind of noise, because with any form of lead-related problem, it is a metallic noise, so it's different to this one. Just try to make sure that you're not touching the mic whilst you are doing anything, because anytime you touch it, I hear like a massive big thunderstorm in here, and it's interfering with everyone who's watching it live on air. Story mission, we obviously can do it, but you've got it on the hard difficulty level. Have you completed it on the easy difficulty level?
it doesn't let me switch to anything else.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. That means we've got to be doing it on the hard difficulty level. So we'll do this. So just before you proceed, let's just inspect our inventory. I've got the weapons that I need. They're equipped, so that's fine. And what I do need also is, I think, more ammunition on my sword. Are you happy with your loadout, which you've got? These are the weapons you want to use?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's crack on. Let's get into our first mission. And we'll use it as a walkthrough. We'll talk as we go along. We don't have to race, you know. If there's anything in there, we'll do. And after this one, we'll do a strike, and then you use your 3 of coins. Because then you'll be able to see how it works. Yeah, just bear with me. I'll be back in 1 second. I'll be back in 1 second.
The Vault of Glass. It is one of the Vanguard's greatest triumphs. The destruction of time's conflux. A victory over the Vex collective mind. From deep in that vault, we've received a signal laced with an old Vanguard signature. Vex technology disrupts the weft and weave of time itself. If a Guardian has become lost, unstuck in time, we must return them home.
There we are, I'm back. And we are playing Paradox. This is a story mission. It's Rodri and myself. We are helping Rodri to level up. Okay.
The message we received was this.
Rodri, just come back for a second. Come back here. Yeah, we actually...
Once they take the Vex,
give us a minute.
they'll come for the light.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, the dialogue's gone. Flying Pirates responded to our question. The question was about that Rainbow Bounty and the exotic quest. And Flying Pirates said, if I remember correctly, that bounty is just related to just have to be... you have to get used to your ability like Void, Solar or Arc, and not related to any exotic. So basically it's a bounty that's going to be helping you to learn how to use your abilities, your subclass. It will not provide you with an exotic weapon. So your friend told you perhaps something which is not based on fact, you know? So that bounty is not giving you an exotic weapon. It's helping you to learn how to use your Warlock subclass. Or one of the 3. Alright, so let's just crack on. And I'll show you how my sword works. You'll be able to see that.
Yeah, my friend said that this is not some friend I'm talking about, by the way. It's a really good friend of mine that plays D1. He said that his favorite weapon was the Dark Wizard and that it had this spin around move. But he couldn't show it to me at that day because we were playing Crucible private matches, and he was showing me the Ray Slider.
Yeah, so I'll show you exactly what he was describing. But watch this. I've got my sword on, right? And my sword has no ammunition, so you can see it's just the hilt. This hilt is still very powerful. You can still use it, but obviously when you have your ammunition, it works a lot better. So in order to do that, what I do is I have lots of heavy ammunition synthesis on me. I usually purchase 50 from there, or even more if necessary. So I always have about 150 in reserve, right? So watch this. I'll go to my inventory. Don't fire at me, please. We have heavy ammunition synthesis, so use this. It's like, you know, it's consumable basically. So once I use the heavy ammunition synthesis, the sword's up and I've got 81 bullets basically, right? So let's see where the enemies are. We'll go towards enemies and then I'll show you how this spin works.
I think they're all the way up there.
Okay, so we'll go up there. With my hunter I can't be jumping very high, so I'll go all the way around. Are you also on your hunter? Are you a warlock? I didn't actually look. What are you?
Wait, don't shoot them.
You're a hunter. So, okay.
They're not in a combat sequence. I think they're waiting for something.
So watch this, though. Watch this. See, they're all gone.
Never mind.
It's a whole lot of them.
That's nice.
See? So literally the whole lot of them,
That's
a dozen of them are gone. And that is incredibly useful. Maybe not in this situation, but if you're being attacked by 6 or 7 trolls at the same time, you know? That spin just sorts it all out.
Yeah.
It's the best sword in the game.
So kind of like in the first part of the Crota's End raid.
Not for the raids, this is a very, very important weapon. Because you'll be able to use, you know, Dark Drink at all times. And simply best not to go to raids without it. And the way you get it is you'll pick up that Void Sanctity quest. You know, like a 60-year quest. So dark in here, I can't see anything. Can you?
And I was a member of Kabir's fire team.
We have this way.
I just hope someone hears.
Praedith. I've heard that name before. Scattered pieces of gear, references in the margin of a text. He is real.
There we are. Well, that was a near miss, really. And this as well. I bounced off the wall.
Feels bad.
No, don't worry about it. I'll get. You can go towards the front there, and I'll respawn.
Yeah, the reason I wanted the help was mainly this mission.
Yeah,
I
just
got
wait.
stuck and-
Wait until I get there.
Guardian down.
Oh my god. That's over.
As you could see, the sword is very powerful. Flexmaster is here. Hello, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining our broadcast, and thank you for watching. And thank you for being here with us today. The Flexmaster is asking, is it possible that you can help me with the sleeper quest? Of course, but I will not be able to help you straight away because we are working together with Rodri at the moment, and I definitely can help you with it. Maybe we'll do it later in the session today, or we'll do it on another day, but certainly I can help you with it because oh no, doing several things at once. I can certainly help you with that. So we can do it either later today, if possible, if I can fit you in, or we'll do it on another day. And we can book you for maybe our session tomorrow. We have Destiny 1 streams every single day, 10 to 4 on average. Usually it's about 5 to 6 hours of Destiny 1 per day. Just want to say to Flexmaster, sometimes we are very busy with our community requests, which means people kind of book the space in order to participate, you know, so they sort of email us a day in advance saying we'd like to come in, on a particular day, and you know we like to do it, and so there's no problem really. I'd like to help you, and we can do it together, and we can do it in a team of 3. You know, Sleeper Quest is quite lengthy and can be quite difficult because I think there is that code that you need to also enter. So it does take a little while, but you know we can all do it.
Sleeper Quest. I have it on DVD. It's a quest that is available before Rise of Iron.
Okay. Well, if we get to it, then obviously we can do it together with Flex. Oh no, he pushed me. He pushed me. That big
on my
one.
screen, he was literally just floating in the air.
No, he just pushed me. Well, I think he did, but I might be mistaken. So is Flex Master happy with what I said? Can you just let us know? Because obviously I can put you on my list. I can book you for another session so we can do it for your Sleeper Simulant. Please let us know, because obviously we received your request. Yeah, you see here, this is a bit dodgy because he was standing here on the edge, and therefore I just went. So I tried to hit him with my, you know, the big ones. They are, they'll need about 2 or 3 Dark Drinker hacks, depending on. Well, this is obviously offered on the harder difficulty level, so that makes them a bit harder to kill. Generally, they'll die after 1 or 2.
Spider, exotic sword. Is it any good?
Which one?
The raised lighter. I heard it's better for like stuff like. Let's say you're like soloing in front of them.
Yeah. So
you're breaking for a shield and getting ready to start together. Sword bearer's sword. Rather use the slider or dark?
Dark Drinker I would always prefer. Dark Drinker is like universally applied, whilst Raised Lighter is just to do, I think, with solo abilities. So, you know. I'm without ammunition on my sword, so I don't think I can pick it up yet. Picking up everything. And, a few more left. Okay. Right there. Tether is very, very useful, you know. Really disables all of.
If the Taken are here in the vault, they are at the heart of the Vex collective mind. Imagine the machine planets of the Vex surging with Taken power. This must not be, Guardian.
There we are, we completed this section, and now we are going forward. So you can see it's a lot easier with some of these more powerful weapons. I remember doing it on the Warlock a little while back.
Now after so long. But if anyone is listening, I came into the vault with 2 others. Kabir was intense sometimes, and Bahanin was always talking to himself. But they don't deserve this. No one does.
I'm tracking the signal. Just a little
I don't think
further.
I'm gonna make this job. Yeah, I know.
Guardian down.
Oh, I didn't see it. Couldn't see it. We both got killed. You can just walk. Jumping in Destiny 1 is really tricky, you know, compared to Destiny 2, because if you do Destiny 2, then you can see
Yeah.
it's a
In
lot
Destiny
more
2,
enhanced.
you have stuff like the stompies.
And also you
stuff
can
that-
grapple, which is a big difference, really.
Yeah.
I don't see anything
Oh,
now
I just got
from
an
here.
upgrade for my black hammer. Let's get the white nail. Nice.
Yeah, I don't see anything at all. How did I get there? Where did it go?
I dropped all the way down.
And you didn't die?
No, you have to do a jump for the bottom. There is a big boss here, so if you want to, it's kind of floating. I'm not sure.
Flexmaster is asking, do you know where I can get Cadian Flakes? I'm trying to get Dark Drinker.
Oh
Well-
my god, same.
We are going to be doing this shortly. We'll be going to Dreadnought, and we can help you with that.
Us?
I'll be able to bring you in for that. Yeah.
Second, I'm done. No damage.
That's it. That Hydra is causing the block. Take it out or we may never find Kraden.
Yeah, snipers in this game seem to be a lot more dominant than in Destiny 2.
Yeah. I mean, depending on preference as well. I use them all the time. I know some people use
Damage-wise,
Black Spindle is the best exotic sniper in the game, and
yeah, me too. And he used to be Whisper of the Worm, but you got
I use Devil's Dawn quite a lot in here because, you know, I always use exotics on my heavies. I use either my Galahorn or Dark Drinker. So I can't use more than one, you know. Therefore, Devil's Dawn is equally good for me. Okay, we're doing good. We'll complete that shortly.
Yeah, when I was doing this myself, I never got this far.
No, because obviously the enemies are very strong and you're somewhat underpowered, you know. This game is all about
And I
loot
know
and
that
power.
best.
So watch this. What I'll do here is I'll use my Galahorn, right? I'll change my weapon. Galahorn is this exotic rocket launcher, so you'll see it in action.
Oh, I know about
Shortly.
Galahorn. Year
Yeah.
1 Galahorn was OP.
Okay, so let's see, where is the Hydra now?
It dipped. I put
Teleported.
a couple Black Hammer shots into it, and it just didn't like it. Oof, killed him on the direct impact.
Oh, they've gone.
Alright,
Okay.
he is right there. He is immune, not attacking. Alright, he's no longer immune. Wow, that's all I have to say.
Well, I've got 2 rockets left, so they should really sort him out.
I think so. Yeah, and
Just need to regain my life before I...
alright, he's not ready to kill those boxes, I believe. One's destroyed.
No, he's still not gone.
Other one. Alright, he's ready. I'm gonna go put some heavy into it. Sad boy Alex. Oh no, that hurt.
Just want to ask Flexmaster, can you follow me on Twitch? And Flexmaster, can you send me your friend request on PlayStation? Because I'll be able to bring in then. You need to be a member of our community in order to come in. Yeah, he's gone straight away with that super, so that's finished.
Yes, we've
Was
cleared the
that
vault of Taken.
considered one
For
of
the
those
Roman,
ultra
anyway.
bosses? For the 3
Yeah.
I think
villains?
that's it.
He would be, yeah.
Yeah, I popped one while we were doing one of those ads, and I didn't get anything. It was bad.
No,
Signal's
he didn't
gone.
drop any
But I can't
exotics.
pinpoint the source.
He
Yeah,
didn't drop
I
any
did.
exotics in here, but you can still pop in 3 of coins every single time, because basically, let's say you pop in another 3 of coins right now, yeah? You are not going to be losing 3 of coins before another champion pops up. Do you know what I mean? It's going to stay there until you eliminate the champion. And once you eliminate any champions, then you will basically see whether they dropped any 3 of coins or not.
These bones are centuries old. There's a faint echo of light. This was a guardian once. Ikora, I'm sorry we couldn't bring him back.
Do not apologize.
Ooh, I got
Guardian,
20 legendary
You
marks.
have reclaimed his
Yay.
name from oblivion.
That's good.
In a way, he lives again in the Vanguard.
Hold on, don't go to orbit yet. No.
Kaber and Pahanin, Praedyth, and the Vault of Glass. Because of you, his tale will be told.
Because we're in a public broadcast, whatever is happening in the game has to be seen. Do you know what I mean? So we can't have like
Oh, yeah.
shortcuts or anything. Because if you're doing your own game, you can do that. But when you're in a public broadcast, everyone needs to see the kind of full version of all activity, inclusive of. Imperial Snipes here. Hello, Imperial Snipe. How are you doing? Hello, Miller. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us today as well. And the Flexmaster says, my gamer tag is last attention. Well, you need to add me to your PlayStation, so please add me. And my
I wouldn't mind if you had me.
my gamer tag is DRBMiller, right? So I'll show you what it is. Hold on a second, please. Hold on a second. As I'm talking to my community members, need to make sure that you can add DRBMiller, the Flexmaster, if you can do that, please, and then I can accept you. Imperial says, today I'm finally getting Forsaken and the DLCs, and I will pre-order Shadowkeep. Well, that sounds terrific. And I recommended Destiny 2 Forsaken Complete Edition to everyone. I purchased it a few weeks ago, and it will cost everyone $34.99, which is the lowest cost ever. And you get everything, inclusive of annual season. So if you are purchasing any version, then definitely go for Destiny 2 Forsaken Complete Edition, because if you purchase it, you will get everything that's been released, all the content, annual pass, every single bit. If you purchase just Forsaken, it'll cost you still, I think, the same, or certainly within range of £30, and you will not get all the content. So don't forget, with the complete edition, you're getting all the annual season's content, and they are incredible. They have a lot of activity, and it's still evolving. So Season of Opulence is the one that people are playing, and sounds really good.
There's a new exotic weapon in Destiny 2 that you can get with the annual pass.
Yeah.
It's relatively new, and
Yeah.
it's called the Anarchy and the Teraba.
Oh, really?
Teraba is an exotic SMG that you can get from the Crown of Sorrows raid, which I believe you need the annual pass, and Forsaken. And it's a raid. At the final encounter, you have a chance of getting the Teraba out of the chest. And the Teraba has a perk called Release the Beast. It's where if you get enough kills and or take damage, you basically get this trigger warning that you can basically activate that perk by holding square, and it basically just becomes the highest DPS weapon in the entire game. So I suggest you buy the Forsaken Complete Edition.
Yeah, I mean, Forsaken, as I said, if one is purchasing the complete edition, you get the entire content, and it's tremendously beneficial because people don't realize they want to save money, and they'll buy just one DLC. But actually, if you think about it, in order to progress to Shadowkeep, you will need to complete everything else. You will need to know the story, and you will need to have a certain light stroke power level. And it's just, I mean, it's a no-brainer. $34.99 if you pay like $35 for the complete edition that actually has everything ever made and released, and still progressing on Destiny 2 Forsaken. You just can't get better than that, because the annual pass will cost you about $50 if you bought it separately. So complete edition gives everything to everyone. And I think the digital deluxe edition of Shadowkeep costs also about $50 or $60, but that's separate. That's not included in the complete edition. And the Flexmaster says, I have all the expansions and I did everything in Destiny 2. Well, that's terrific. And I've done every raid. Fantastic. So obviously you worked on Destiny 2 from the beginning. For myself, I've worked on Destiny 1, and I've just recently purchased the complete edition because I was waiting for the complete edition to be offered on a very low price. And there came a moment during the E3 convention, and I purchased it because I thought they were offering it just for about 3 or 4 days, but actually they continued. But what are we doing next? I didn't see.
We are going to the tower.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. And therefore I spotted it during the E3 convention. They said it was a special offer, but actually they upheld the price. The price is still present today, and it's possible they'll keep the price of $34.99 all the way until the 17th of September, but I wouldn't bet on it. They can pull the price at any time, so anyone who wants to have everything Destiny 2 related, absolutely buy that one, because it's a new version of the previously sold digital deluxe edition. It has some extra content, so probably one of the best investments I've ever had in video gaming, because Destiny 2 Forsaken is a massive game. It is much bigger than Destiny 1, and buying anything else that doesn't have the annual pass is just a wasted investment, because in the seasons you get lots of new weapons and many quests. And if you were to be watching my broadcast last night of Destiny 2 Forsaken, Flying Pirates and myself were doing quite a selection of Forsaken missions, and it was incredible how busy they were. We weren't even doing any patrols or escalation protocol, just like everything story related was very, very busy. Yeah, the only thing that is a bit of a thumbs down is a glitch that keeps happening a lot. We had I think about a dozen times the occurrence of a glitch yesterday, and the glitch was basically you come to an area and there's no one there. For instance, we come to the area where we should see Spider and Petra, and they weren't there. So that's a glitch. What you need to do is, if that happens to everyone, you need to go back to orbit and then reload that section of the game, and then it restarts and you get the characters. But we've had it yesterday about a dozen times. It was so frustrating. I don't know why Bungie haven't really remedied this yet, because it's been around from day one really. and it's a very, very annoying glitch if you are looking for some artifacts, because you wouldn't know whether there should be any enemies or, you know, but just assume. Don't go to orbit yet. I need to do my admin. Hold on. I need to do some bits because I think I collected a few things, and it is a very annoying glitch because if you're collecting some artifacts, you're not to know. So I'd say just it's best to assume that wherever you go, if you don't see any enemies walking about, that means there is a glitch. And as I said, it's happened quite a few times yesterday. It delayed us quite a bit, and you know, what else could I do? But you know, that's just the way it is. We can't do anything about it. I think it's a server-based problem. It's probably between our network accessing the Bungie network in the US, and then you know there's some sort of lag somewhere. So okay, so let me see. We've received a request from our friend there, and let me just accept our friend. Last attention, I think. That correct? Flexmaster, your last attention. So let me just last attention. It says that we have one mutual friend. Okay. I'm adding you to my friends. You are now on my friends list, so that's cool. And if you want to be doing Dreadnought, Rodri, we can bring in our friend. We can do it together. How about that?
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah, we'll do that. Just bear with us a second.
By the way, a fun little glitch to do in the D1 tower with friends. There is a glitch where you can get on top of the vaults, and it's honestly kind of fun.
What happens here sometimes is we get to the tower, and then there's no one here, and it's a lag. If we just wait, then they'll pop up after about half a minute. It doesn't happen frequently. Okay, so we'll bring in our friend Flexmaster very shortly. So let me just finish our admin, and then we'll bring you in.
Scouts have brought us some,
and we are going to be able to do some activities on Dreadnought. Bear with me. We'll bring you in very shortly. Just need to see what I collected, if anything. Okay, that's fine. And there was one, I think, item there with my postmaster.
Ready to assist.
Yeah,
Resolved.
It's not important, that one.
Look above Hoven behind you.
Scanning all signals for watch phrase Oryx. Scanning.
Behind you and above.
Okay. Where are you? I don't see you.
You know the pillars?
I'm
Yeah.
instructed to tell you that all
Oh yeah, I
guardians
can see you there.
continue to report information on Oryx to the Vanguard.
Yeah, do you know how to get up here?
I can't jump this high, I think, with my hunter, so I'm not particularly good at jumping. I had a couple of our community members showcasing various emotes by doing this, so they were like, get on the top of the pillar, and they do like different types of dances, you know. They have one of our community members, Matthias, he has quite a selection of well-known dancers like Michael Jackson, 2 or 3 dances, or you know, the other guys, sort of celebrity dance emotes. So we were sort of watching that and taking some video clips. That was really cool, really good fun. Just bear with me, I want to finish that inventory, and then we can go to the next task, which is going to be collecting Hadium flakes on Dreadnought. So I need to do this before we
so I
carry
think
on.
he's on the part where I am too.
It's possible, we can do things together.
those-
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, to get those flakes, he might be on the part I'm on. To get the sword. Get the quest.
Please watch your step, Guardian. Have a nice day.
Just a moment, what's happening here now? 'Cause I should be able to pick these up. No, that's wrong.
Please step clear, Guardian.
Where is it now?
Guardian,
Let's see, what is this one like? The new shader I picked up. The one I currently have, Valsgard, is my favorite for the hunter. Cicero. Well, Cicero's not too bad either, but I think I prefer Valsgard, so we'll keep it on. Okay, so I'm ready, so we can bring in our friends. Okay, no, hold on. I need to invite our friend first of all. Well, I want to say to our friend Flexmaster, as you're coming to our broadcast for the first time, this is a family-friendly channel, and we operate strictly within the family-friendly rules. We have moderators also monitoring the content, so we don't swear. We're always polite and civil, attentive to other community members. Don't forget, we are not doing our own game. We're in a public forum. We're interacting with our community, which is very big. So everything we do live on air is both monitored and recorded, and it has to be family friendly. So keep this in mind. No swear words, no judgment, no criticism, nothing negative, nothing that is considered family unfriendly. Therefore, we have a very large community of gamers coming here every single day and enjoying our Destiny world. So I'll invite you now to my party chat. So let me see where our friend is. Keep forgetting now what his user ID is. Something attention. Last attention. I actually can't see you, last attention. Are you now live online? Flexmaster, are you live online? Because I can't see you on my list. I need to be able to bring you in. So I want to invite you to our party chat, and I want to bring you in also through the game. So can you tell us straight away or as soon as possible whether you're there? Because we need to carry on with our next activity. The Flexmaster says my mic broke. Okay, don't worry about it. You don't have to talk, but what you need to do is you need to accept my party chat in order to hear what we are saying, because there's a 45-second lag on my Twitch broadcast. Because of the lag, you won't be able to, get in sync. So keep the party chat on, but keep your mic switched off, and you'll be able to hear us. And then if you want to tell us, you can type. So that's the way we do it sometimes. Yeah, no big deal really. We have people who are sometimes with a broken mic, or people who do not want to talk live on air because the voices are recorded, and as they're recorded, of course. Can I just ask you, Rodri, is your party chat switched to public so that everybody can hear you and everybody? Do you know that? Is your party chat on public?
I think so.
Yeah. The reason I always ask people to switch it on public is I record all of those broadcasts, and then if it's switched to private, people can hear sometimes the participant live on air, but they can't hear that person on the recordings. You know what I mean? So it's very important that everyone has their privacy settings switched to public, so everybody can hear everyone and everything's recorded. That's the idea. You probably would have seen some YouTube videos. You have broadcaster talking to somebody and you can't hear what the other person's saying because they're muted, and that's to do with the privacy settings. And that's the reason as to why we bring people in through our party chat, because in-game dialogue is never recorded because of the privacy settings, So if you are talking to somebody and you are in a stream, whatever they're saying, if it's going not through the party chat but it's going directly through the in-game chat, you're not going to be able to hear anything they say. It's just like okay, so I need to bring in our friends. Let me see where you are. I don't see our friend there. Are you logged in? The Flexmaster, I do not see you on our roster.
If he friends me, then I could invite him to our game, and then you can friend him from the game.
Yeah, but I need to see him first of all that he is live online, because he's not displayed as live online, Is Flexmaster live online? We don't see you on our roster. Can you confirm? Are you logged in full? Because we can't wait for very long, I'm afraid. We'll have to carry on being a live broadcast. Just let us know whether you are. I can't actually see you. I don't see you live, I'm afraid. I can't bring you in. Hang on. If you turn me into the team leader, Rodri, just for a moment. Oh no, I've got him. That's okay. He popped up. That's fine. So we'll invite him to our fire team. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Flexmaster, I've got you. There was some sort of lag with PS Network, because obviously you've sent me a message saying that you were live, but it didn't register. It did take a little while for you to pop up. So I sent you our fire team request. We've got you, and also I need to send you the party chat as well. So accept the party chat so you'll be able to hear us directly through the game. And you don't have to talk. Keep your mic switched off. That's all good. But accept the party chat in order to hear exactly what we are saying. Okay. Right, Rodri, take it away. We can go to orbit and then we go to Dreadnought.
Okay, one sec.
Yeah, no worries.
Right.
So we have now our friend with us. So it is a fire team of 3. It is the Flexmaster and Rodri and myself, and we are going to go to Dreadnought. We'll be looking for those Hadean flakes. I think you need to get how many? 10 or 20? Do you remember?
25.
25, yeah. The way it works is we have to be accessing those chests. We'll be walking in a circle and then collecting them, and then eventually it's a bit of a grind. It'll take us a bit of time, but it's not a problem, you know. We are going to be able to complete it. There we are. Last attention, Rodri and DRBMiller, a fire team of 3, and we are proceeding to Dreadnought. Should just take us to Dreadnought. And when you go to Dreadnought, go to that patrol area, patrol Dreadnought. That is where we need to go to.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just, you know, choose, go to destinations, Dreadnought, and then patrol Dreadnought, and then we'll start walking from there. There we are. That's the one. For the benefit of our viewers, we have a fire team of 3. We have 2 of our junior Destiny members, and we are helping them to really level up, doing various tasks. They include story missions, patrols, quests, and all sorts, as you could see. So the next step is getting 25 Hadean flakes from the Dreadnought. My broadcast started a bit later today compared to the usual, because yesterday we've had a lengthy late night Destiny 2 Forsaken stream, so I apologize for that for anyone who might have popped up around 10 o'clock, because we started an hour later, which has been a daily occurrence throughout the week. Sorry, Roger, you were saying something. Just follow me.
Did you see that? I think that patch of chitin just blinked at me.
We're just going to this other area. We don't have to engage the enemies, and then we'll walk in a circle, look for those chests.
Do these chests also provide modes of light?
No, these are just Hadean flakes, kind of specific chests, and the way you do it, you just walk around, you know, wall to wall, so to speak. And we haven't gone there as far as I should. There, so we just go around here. Actually, I just remembered. I wonder whether I have a ghost that's going to provide me with a tracker. There's a ghost that has also a tracker for this. Just bear with me. I'll do that. I need to double check. I keep forgetting about this, but it's quite important. Tarbot shell,
No, if anything, I find that
cleansing,
very helpful.
spin metal sensor. You can see spirited bloom, spirited bloom. You can engage the enemies, and you know, it's no big deal. Worm spore extractor. Spin metal. Yeah, I've got it. So that's pretty good. Rodri, there is this shell called Ghost. You can see it on my loadout. And Ghost has a tracker. And this tracker, and that's also for attention, our other friend in here. Remember, if you were to get this ghost shell, which is called Ghost, yeah, then you have all the perks enabled, and you have a network tab, which is giving additional glimmer. But most importantly, you have helium filament sensor. It will be detecting and marking nearby helium filament collections, right? And helium extractor is the other one that's giving you a chance to find additional helium filaments when looting engrams on the moon. But don't forget, what you really need if you're looking for helium filaments for helium extractor is helium filament sensor, because on the radar you'll be able to see where they are, right? So when I walk, I'll be able to see where the filaments are, right? So that's very important. We have another person coming in today. Jaws, ex-Jaws is here. Hello, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining our community. Thank you for being here with us today. Hope you're enjoying our stream. We are doing Destiny 1, and we are helping our friends in order to get helium filaments on the Dreadnought at the moment. Yeah, that's true. Playma is just reminding me that my brain is really not working as it should today. What we are doing at the moment is we are looking for helium flakes and not filaments, and therefore I'm not getting that on my radar. Thank you very much for reminding me. So I really, my brain suddenly froze. No, these are not here. We need to walk. Sheep is asking, why does he need helium flakes? He needs them. It's a quest. Can you tell us, Rodri? It's a quest that you're doing, isn't it?
Alright, so there's a quest in basically you needed to have helium flakes to place. Alright, so there's a quest in. Let me see what it's called.
Playmo is saying that we are doing the quest which is Dark Drinker related. Well, it's definitely for one of the exotic swords.
It's a quest called A Broken Will, and it's where you need to basically get these helium flakes in modes of light. I already had the modes of light, but you need 25 helium flakes. You get it once you claim that part you need from Lord Shax. There's going to be another part of the quest after that. I think it's Dark Drinker.
Yeah, that's it.
Got a report from some of the eggheads in the lab. They're paying for some supplies off the Dreadnought and paying well.
We don't have to do any
Sending you the
patrols.
details.
We just have to be collecting those helium
Anyway,
flakes.
should we go do this public event over here?
Well, if you want, but what's important is that we collect some of these, but I can't actually see them yet. They're not popping up yet for some reason. And Sheep says, oh yeah, I've got it. No need to be explaining the quest. I'm already past halfway in the quest. Yeah, it's a part of those exotic sword quests, so you know. Yeah, I found one chest. Rodri, if you want to come here, and our friend as well. One chest is here, so if you can see me. I don't want to open it because it'll disappear. if both of our friends come here, you'll be able to collect. One chest is here. Found it. You know, they pop up randomly, so it's a lengthy grind. We'll do that for quite a while. There we are. No, don't open it, don't open it, don't open it. You have to wait for the other person to come here as well. So everyone needs to take it at the same time. The chest is inside.
Oh yeah, I got 2 of them.
Yeah, that's right. We've got so all of us collected the Sabian flakes. No rage firing, please. Nobody. That's not allowed. Fire is just to be directed at enemy. And then we'll look for another one. So we collected 2, so that's pretty good. And we can still do other activities. You guys can be actually destroying the enemy, and I'll look for those chests, and then I'll you know, call you and invite you once I find these. And Exjo says, well, it's very nice that you're helping the chaps, and because I didn't get any help with the swords. Well, you know, like I said earlier, we run here a community-based channel, and everything I do here on my channel is based on our community activity, which means you know, we bring people in to help, advise and advance, and we do this every single day. And we have 2 of our friends here, Attention and Rodri, and we are basically helping them to level up, to progress in the game, and also to learn. You know, we're using it as a walkthrough towards different sections of the game. I'm doing it to the best of my abilities, but you know, I know some things. But when we get lots of heads together, with all of our community members who are watching, then we get to know everything. And I learned everything from my community, honestly, every single thing. And I progressed on 3 characters from 0 to 40 to 100 in, you know, less than a year. I need to change my weapon because I kept my Galahorn from the last mission on.
Oh wait, what? Why did I just get 10 worms for? Oh, that's why. It's because I just turned in a Vanguard bounty, and it gave me stuff.
Alright, so I'll look for another chest whilst you are... Let me see, maybe there's a chest in here as well, I'm not 100% sure.
I think is that a chest?
No, they just pop up, they pop up in this confined area. And let me see, our friends are talking to us here through Twitch chat, and Exjo says it's very nice you helped them because I did not get help with the swords, and Sheep says, and Hyjo says, yeah, that does take a while, and Sheep says, I believe I'm working on my raised lighter. Well, the quests are very similar, and I said to Rodri earlier on, if you are doing all 3 swords on one character, remember that's very important, do all 3 swords on one character, then one of those exotic quests will be very long-winded, right? So it's like a massive long grind. But the other 2, if you're doing them on the same character, are shortened up. So you don't have to do everything. They will be from 6 tier reduced to about 2 or 3 tier, you know? So that's pretty good. And that really helps. Actually, we probably can also go back to the other area and look in there.
I think I might try and get the patrol done while we're doing this.
Well, I mean, you can do, you know, patrolling at the same time, but the idea is to get as many of those flakes as possible, and then
Yeah,
it's the best if you know, 2 people are doing some other tasks whilst 1 person is looking for these, because they're popping up randomly, so that you know, they're not as frequent as you would want them to be. Well, we'll get one of those here now, I think.
Yeah.
Requires key of wielding.
Great work.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. For whatever reason, one of those chests is not popping up here yet, and it should be here, but it's not popping up yet. There is 1 chest in here, but it's not the one that will give you Hadian Flakes. Or maybe if you have like a key of what's this? Wording. A key of wording. I don't have that key still. I don't think I've ever had it. Not even sure where you can get it. And XJo says, nice, I was waiting for them all. It does take a while. I didn't get my exotic swords instantly, you know, it did take me a long while, and I've done them always together in a team of 3 with my other community members. It's much nicer, and you know, it's just a lot easier. It's a better experience of the game as well. Okay, in here, not seeing anything yet. It's just a lengthy grind, and
That is.
yeah.
You need to collect, I believe, to be 13 of those chests if they give you 2 every time.
Yeah, that's right. But they pop up randomly. So sometimes they'll pop up more frequently, and other times you'll be just waiting. I mean, obviously we can be looking at the walkthrough exactly where they are and that sort of thing, you know. But while this, I'll go back to the other area and have a look whether we can collect some of those in there. Maybe you can go with me. We can just, you know, stroll. But there's no way around to this. And I can tell you, when we were doing my sword quests, the trickiest one was collecting the materials on Mars, because A, the materials were not popping up as they should, and secondly, the warsat was appearing in the area where it shouldn't. So we went to the areas where we expected the warsat to be, and it was nowhere to be seen. So it was completely in reverse to what you expected, you know. It can happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are glitches, and Sekapupa and myself were doing, I think it was for my raised lighter, we were collecting those, was it relic iron? I think it was, on Mars, and we did exactly the same, me and him, exactly the same. He was leading the way, collecting materials. He got 9 by the time I got 1. And I collected, I think, about 500 or 600 of those materials by the time I completed the task, which was 10 out of 10. So it can be very lengthy and can be very annoying. I'll just go back and have a look whether that chest respawned, which I think is unlikely. Have a look in here.
I think I might actually put up a...
I'm dropping some coordinates to your ghost on a high-value target. Take them out, and I'll even spring for the bounty.
Okay. I'm gonna go do this, but after I'm done with patrol, I might go on YouTube and look up a guide on how to farm those.
Yeah, it won't be quicker. I mean, you can obviously do it, but they you know, spawn randomly, and we have to go from... There's these 2 areas, this area and the first area, and we can just, you know, we have to walk through there and collect them. There's no way of doing it quicker. It's completely random. Because they're not popping up in 2 areas in here where they should. There. One of them popped up. It wasn't here before. Yeah, I found one, yeah. So you'll be able to come in there. Just hold on. Don't open it. Don't open it. Don't open it. Just wait until everyone's here. All 3 of us. Yeah, hold on. We're waiting for Rodri. We are... can you see us? Do you know where we are? We're in that cave.
I think so.
Yeah, if not, I'll come out. You'll be able to see me. Here. Yeah, that's right. Just follow me. to your right. There.
Okay.
Everyone can
Ready?
yeah, ready.
I got one. Rip.
Sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get 1. It's random. But what is good is that we indeed managed to get 1.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. And then we'll go up here and see whether... Alright, so there's something... Oh!
Guardian down.
Oh,
find
no. I found actually something that will be very useful to you both. Do you know where I am?
Oh, what is it?
Can you see me? Well, you probably won't be able to find me unless I get out. So, everyone come here.
Alright. I have to make my way all the way back upstairs again.
Yeah, don't worry
So
about it.
if you wait for me.
Yeah, just on a second, just wait for Rodri.
Did you find one of those chests, or...?
I found a very rare calcified fragment, which is very hard to find. And it's very easy to miss. And actually, on my hunter, I personally did not have it as yet. So I'm very glad I accidentally found it as I was looking for a chest. And I did find some other chests, but they require special keys, and we can't really open them. Well, maybe... I don't think you have those keys, because I've no idea where I can get them.
Yeah, I know.
The leader is not going to disappear. You can come over here, and, you know...
Oh, where is it?
Yeah, so just follow me. Let me see. Where's Rodri?
Yep.
Yeah, so just we'll go into the same cave in here. Just follow me slowly. So when we come in here, look at this. You'd expect your chest to be here, right? But actually, there is this area which is above. You see that? So we jump up there, right? And then there's a calcified fragment. I don't know whether you can see it. It's here. You see that calcified fragment? Yeah. You can collect. Everyone can collect it. There.
What's it do?
Well, calcified fragment is one of those items you are collecting, and then it registers in your book, the Book of Triumphs, or Book of Collections, you know, one of the books you've got. And there are, I think, altogether, I can't remember, it's quite a large number, and they're situated in all sorts of areas. And then there's a chest. I don't know where you've seen the chest. Did you see the chest? The chest was just behind
yeah,
me.
but I had to...
Require key of
Yeah,
maggots. If you have a key of maggots,
Yeah.
then you can open it. If you don't have a key of maggots,
Oh, I think we just found a chest.
you found the chest, yeah?
Found a chest too. Yep.
Okay, let me see where you are. The one up there, yeah, we were there before. I'm just gonna go there next. And yeah, open it.
I got another one.
As you can see, they respawn randomly, and you have to be walking in a circle, and then eventually you'll get them. So that's the idea. I mean, there are other areas. If you want, we can actually, you can guys stay in here for a minute, and I'll just go and have a stroll through the area where we came from. You know, I want to see whether we can get any in there.
Well, the leader is this way, so I'm gonna come.
Because I was doing mine in that other area and they were popping up a bit more frequently, but you know, it's just a lengthy grind. I guess those ones do not have to be done all at once, which means you can do it on separate days, and you do it like for half hour, 45 minutes, and you pick up maybe 5 or 6, and then do it on another day, depending on how you want to do it. Absolutely. It's a game changer. You've seen the way it was in action early on, and it's just like really absolutely amazing. It is a lengthy grind, but there's another worm singer rune that's needed in here.
I can say I do have a rune, I think. Yeah, I have something called the Agonarch rune.
No, that's for some other functions. Will not do anything in there. Yeah, I've gone into this tunnel, and unfortunately there should be at least there should be some in here, but we are not getting any.
Just getting unlucky.
Key of ire. There's several of those with special keys, you know. It's really very annoying.
Nothing up here. Oh, you can get deeper.
Well, it's like a maze, but
Oof, never mind. I'm an idiot.
how do we get out?
I don't know.
Okay, I got out. We didn't find anything, and there should be at least 1 or 2 in there.
So we just got unlucky, right?
Well, it's the entire maze of tunnels, but you know, they don't give you always what you want.
So you just keep running in and out?
Yeah, we were here, right? So
Oh no, this was the way out.
yeah, we were here already. Now there's another one in there that requires versing a rune, but we don't have any of those, so we can't do anything. There's another one in there, so
I think I found one.
yeah, just
Yep.
wait for our friend. That's the one, yeah. Collect loot. Let's wait for our friends.
Maybe AFK. Yeah, he's standing still. Oh, the key of Zol. I killed Zol, I think.
Yeah, in Destiny 2. Same here.
Pretty sure everyone has, honestly. Zol's a big fart.
Okay, let's. Where's our friend, you know?
He's no longer AFK.
If you find him, just bring him in, because I'll wait here for the chest to be open.
Attention, we found a chest if you want it.
Yeah, we need to open this chest. Attention, if you can hear us, you need to join us in here, and we can do it together.
Guardian down.
I don't think you can just do
Not sure whether you can hear us.
I got 1 flake and a rep crucial rune. Oh, look at that. know, that makes me depressed. I was gonna pop a 3 of coins.
Well, you know, I've got my 3 coins in. He didn't drop anything. The best way of using them is with Siva Heroic Strikes, because then you know it's always a champion, you know, there's a greater chance.
With Siva Heroic Strikes, do you know how to unlock them?
Yeah, you just have to level up, and then you'll be able to access them.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, where's our friend Attention? We need to go to that...
Attention. If you can hear us, crouch. Or do you want to follow us to get the chest?
Yeah, just follow us for that chest.
Alright, follow us.
Yeah.
And it should be right there.
Yep, that's right. Okay.
And right there. Right here. Oh, no, it was... Wait, what? What happened to it?
If you open it, it disappeared. Because we all have to open at the same time. It disappears after about 10 seconds, and then it's no more.
Oof.
So you always have to wait for everyone to come.
My
You know?
bad, I'm an idiot.
No, we didn't know that, so don't worry about it. We find another one. Another one's going to be just further down here.
I'm going to... I haven't slept tonight. I'm going to grind D1 all today. So,
Well, that's not a good idea. You know, that is very taxing on your health and your abilities, so it's the best to get some sleep and then, you know, carry on. Because otherwise
okay.
you'll feel not particularly well.
Do you mind if I go get a Coke?
No, not at all. No worries at all. We'll be here. But I'm just wondering whether we want to be doing this grind, because this grind is going to take us hours and hours. How many did we collect so far? About 5 or 6, right? And probably the best to carry on.
I've gotten... I think I've gotten 5, yeah.
Yeah,
By the way, I got something called the Dead Orbit Faction Badge. You know what that is? I assume it's good.
yeah. Jaws is here, ex-Jaws is here, saying, hello, I'm back, but watching your stream on mobile. Terrific. Well, you know, the beauty of broadcasting today is it's accessible on all platforms. We can watch it on tablets, PCs, on mobile, on console, on TV sets. We can do it everywhere, so that's amazing. And I can tell you, a lot of people...
Alright, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a
A lot of people are waking up early in the morning and they watch the stream straight away as they wake up. I have quite a number of our community members. As they wake up, they basically, you know, pull out the mobile phone and then watch my channel. And that's terrific. It's something I've never done, I have to admit, but truly grateful to everyone who does it. That's the beauty of Android and, you know, smartphones. We can do everything. And I'm very grateful for, obviously, your viewing of my channel and for being here with us today, ex-Jaws, and, you know, watching it and talking to everyone. It's really wonderful. And as you could see, this is a very community-based channel, so we do everything with our community members, helping them out, you know, to progress in a game, talk about Destiny 1, doing walkthroughs, and learning as we go along. Because Destiny is all about learning. This is a very, very good game for everybody who wants to be learning. be it you know, to learn about Destiny or how to play video games overall. I just told our friend Rodri that I think not sleeping is not a good idea, because I don't do it that way. And we have lots of people who are, you know, playing video games all night long, and that sort of thing. But, you know, having enough rest is important, and therefore we do our broadcasts in moderation. We do like 5 or 6 hours, and then we have lengthy breaks, and then we do another broadcast. I'm not really a person who's keen on, you know, 24-hour streams and that sort of thing. I find it to be a bit over the top. And I can't really even, you know, if I tested it, I couldn't really see the benefits of it for the channel or the community, because people rely on regularity more than the duration of, like, you know, the broadcast, the infinite broadcasting, which is always live online. Well, the internet signal is always live online, you know. So, and we can't suffice that, I'm afraid. You can have shifts. You can have 4 different broadcasters doing a channel 24/7, 6-hour shifts. What happened in there? Ekjo says, alright, that's very nice. Yeah, but you know, I think similar to trading financial markets and doing various other activities like live auction trading and the stuff which you have live online, people get this image that it's the best if you do it all the time, and I personally don't find that to be beneficial in any way. I think it's best if one does it in a measured fashion, and you have your allocated schedule. So your schedule is, let's say, 9 to 3, 10 to 4, 12 to 6. And people know that you are going to be there every single day. They can come in and participate and join and then leave. It has to be said that some games have more of that addictive quality.
Oh, wait a second.
And you will have games like Apex and Battle Royale. Just hold on a second. You have games that are like Battle Royale, that are relentless and quite sort of adrenaline based. You know, you keep fighting other guys all the time and many death matches popping up. That provides you with a different aura of the actual gameplay. But some other games, like adventure games, are not giving you the same sort of serotonin. But just hold on a second. I'm talking to my community members, so just hold your horses for a minute. And that a bit overbearing. You know, I like doing Battle Royale, few hours on a stretch, and then I want to have a break and then come back later. Otherwise, it still wakes me up tremendously, you know, compared to some of the other games. But as I said, if one knows there is regularity and you have, you know, your regular schedule, then all the community members could pop in at a given moment in time and then learn from everyone's participation. And this is what we do here. This is a relatively new channel. It's been in operation for about a year, and I've tested, you know, different ways to which the channel is going to work the best. And what we do presently is based on those findings. But on the other hand, one always has to be fully aware of, you know, the global time scale and different time zones and that sort of thing. And it's very important to adjust, because, for instance, for our friends in the US, when I start my broadcast 10 in the morning, well, they are 9, 7 or 5 hours back. So we are talking about, what, 1 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning. It's a bit more difficult to come in. But saying that, lots of people stay up all night and therefore they join. I'm grateful for that. I wouldn't be able to do that myself. The X-Master says, I've got the key of maggots. All right. So we probably can go to that area. But now I can't remember. I think it was in that tunnel, wasn't it? So where is
yeah, I was
Rodri?
wondering how he got it.
Maybe X-Master could tell us how you got that key of maggots. I can't remember whether I ever got it. Might have done, but I don't really remember. So let me see. Let's go back. Do you guys want to carry on with this quest? Are you happy to do something else? Because it's a lengthy grind, you know, and you used to do this for a little while. Because remember, okay, I'll follow you.
I'm more than willing to keep the grind.
Okay, fine. Let's go to that area by this key of maggots. Was it in here or was it in that cave?
If you follow me, I think I remember where it was.
Flexmaster says I just killed the taken enemies and then it just spawned, so it was randomly collected as we were doing the enemies here.
Okay.
It was randomly dropped. So let us see.
I believe it's in like the tunnel. You know that tunnel you showed us that you could go like above?
Yeah, I think it's there.
Yeah, I think it's in that one.
Because the maggots are basically respawning in that area.
Yep, it's this one.
Now I need to find it again.
Do you want him to open it straight away?
No, you need to wait until I get there, because if you open it, then it will disappear. Yeah, coming away, because I was chased by a couple of knights. Yeah. Okie dokie. Key of maggots.
Open it, attention. Calcified fragment.
Did you get it?
I think if you got it, then crouch up and down.
It's possible that the key
yeah,
will...
he did.
The key will work just for the person who's got the key. I think we can't access the chest unless we have it. Did you access the chest when you opened it?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I think you have to have the key to open that.
Yeah. Did it open for you? It didn't open for you, did it?
Yay, level 4.
Rodri, did this chest open for you, or did it not when he opened it?
It did not.
No, just because we didn't have it. Okay.
Well, I am now level 40. I feel accomplished.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, it's all the work we've been doing here, you know, so you've gone up. There we are. Follow me. There's another chest in here. There's another chest in here.
I'm sorry, I was stuffing my face with cereal.
Well, that'll keep you awake. That will keep you awake, together with Coke. There's a lot of caffeine. I don't drink Coke because of caffeine. There you go. Let me just wait until our friend comes in. Need that. Yeah, follow us. That's it, that's the spirit. You got it.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
I've gotten 1 every time except for that once.
Yeah, that's because they respawn randomly, and then sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get 1. It does take a while. But eventually it pays off with that fantastic sword. And collecting materials is basically unavoidable on all 3 quests, even if you're doing it in a way which is sort of shortening it up. You still have to grind those materials, you know. The one on Mars was very lengthy as well.
I think I found I found one.
You found one? Where?
Come to me.
Oh yeah, up here.
Apparently
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a location right here.
Yeah, these ones will be respawning. Exjo says, I think I found somewhere around the tower. Yeah, they're in all sorts of places in here. But, you know, the reason we were running in a circle is we hoped that they would be respawning a bit faster, so they really kind of make it easier to collect. But in the actual fact, they're not respawning that fast, so we are doing a lengthy grind. And you can find them anywhere.
It's over here.
You can find them anywhere, you know, in the Dreadnought. So. No, I lost you now. Where did you go? I lost you.
Just exit. Exit the tunnel.
Yeah, where to though? Because there did, you know, several ways to which you can
I'll get you. Yeah.
Did you go down below? Or did you just go outside altogether?
Just go outside altogether.
Okay.
Attention, you're in the wrong one. The one right next to it. Yep. Just barely. Come with me, attention.
Because the vast majority are hidden in these caves. There are also caves here up front, you know. So when you go there, you just have to find those. And
all right, attention. Are you coming? You guys want the chest? DRB over here.
if both of you are there, you can pick them up because actually you don't need those helium plates, you know.
Okay, so I just need attention. Sure.
Yeah, because there are other caves that we need to find. That there are in those various areas, so you know.
Let's collect it. Attention, 3, 2, 1. I got one again.
How many have we got altogether? About 7 or 8 now.
First guess 7, I believe.
Yeah, let's just go towards 10 and then we'll do something else, because otherwise if we spend the whole broadcast doing it, it might be a bit boring for our viewers. Do you know what I mean? So we'll do maybe when you get to 10. Basically remember, this is the area where you can be harvesting those materials, and it's both areas. It's the one here where we are, and also the other one when you initially respawn in the Dreadnought.
Alright, I'll remember this to do on my own time.
No, it's a good walkthrough for everyone who's watching. It's just that if it becomes longer than an hour, then you know it's a bit, a bit tiring, really. Because people like watching a variety of activities. And the Flex Master saying I have 22 materials so far, and
22. Did he say 22?
Yeah.
ask, did he start at 0 is the question.
Yeah, he would, yeah. Everyone who does materials would start with nil, and it just takes a bit of time.
That's when I say hacks. I'll question. How does he already have tools?
Guardian, down.
Oh, no. Flexmaster today didn't start with nil. He did have materials from before. It's just that it's confusing when you have one person. The Flexmaster says started with 1. Well, I don't get it then, because we were doing it together. So why didn't you tell us that you were opening chests? Because we are doing it together as a 3-piece, so we all need to do exactly the same. Oh, you said that earlier he had quite a few. Well, I thought that he would have had probably quite a few before joining us. And then, you know... Yeah, I thought so. I thought you had some early on, because obviously if we collected 7 or 8, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you will get exactly, you know, for instance, Rodri might be picking up 1 and you may be picking up 2. It's sort of spawning individually, which is based on game algorithm, so we can't tell how many we are picking, picking up every single time we open the chest. Okay, I'm getting a bit tired of this. Can we do something else? And then we can obviously carry on with the chests and that on another day.
Alright, yeah, if you don't mind, do you mind if we get like 1 more?
Yeah, that's no problem. Can do 1 more. Wonder caves. I'll go to the top cave, and we should be able to get it.
Cave, I'm looking in the tunnel where the key of maggots is. It's not there.
No.
I'll check the cave next to it.
Yeah, the one on the right might be.
I found one.
Yeah? Okay, let me see in here. No, these ones are not.
Or do you want to do your stuff?
Just ask attention to join you, because I don't actually need this material, so if 2 of you collect the same ones, that's cool.
Attention, just come in. No, I'll show you. Not gonna lie, I kind of thought this was different.
Yeah, I think the other one's gonna be here. Wearing.
3, 2, 1.
No, this one's not here anymore.
Okay,
No,
I got 2. Oh, nope, I got 1.
It didn't respawn.
I'm guessing we've checked this room just because. No, not there. Do you want me to take us to orbit?
Yes, please. Yeah, if we go to orbit.
Oh, actually, I just found one.
Okay, pick it up. Where is it?
Extension right here. I am lucky AF. Alright, so I think I'm at 10, I think.
Well, that's cool. You collected 10. So you do the same grind tomorrow, and you know. It all depends, because sometimes it gets a bit faster, they respawn faster, it depends on the day. And
I guess today it was pretty fast.
well, there's no rule, it's similar to some of the other drops, and you know, it could happen fast, could be taking you a while. The worst that can happen is if a particular area is glitched, which is what happened to me on Mars. And
well, are you there anything else you can do on this planet? If not, we're going to orbit.
We can. Attention just told us that he picked up from that chest even 2, and he is now complete. So he completed...
well, then, if he was at 22, then we could probably finish his.
No, he's finished. He's got 25.
Oh, okay.
So Attention does have 25 materials. We can go back to orbit, and we'll do something else. We'll choose another activity that is going to be beneficial for you. Maybe we'll do a strike, and you can try your 3 of coins, and you can do some of the strikes which are there with your purple triangles, because I've seen you had Fallen Saber and you've had another one, and these are very good strikes, and we can do those. Maybe two strikes. Fallen Saber is one of those, and what was the other one? The Sunless Cell. And these are quite good. We can go to the tower first.
What? Trials of Osiris?
Yeah, go to the tower, because we need to do a bit of admin. Attention also needs to do it. Trials of Osiris are no longer operating. They've been discontinued a little while back. This was a quest in the Crucible PvP.
My Rise of Iron can actually be started. All I need to do is get to 280 light.
I'll tell you what we do. Go to the tower first, and then we'll do those 2 strikes, because we've not done any strikes today. And those strikes will give you some loot and that provide you with leveling up. And you'll be able to see how the 3 of coins are going to work. Because on one of the strikes, hopefully they'll drop some exotics. So you'll pop in your 3 of coins, and then, we'll hopefully...
Maybe I'll get my first ever exotic.
You may, yeah. We'll try that. It'll be really good fun for you, and my broadcast will end at around 4 o'clock, so we have about 75 minutes left, and we can do quite a variety before I mean, depart.
If I become 400 light, I have a couple friends that actually have D1, and if you want to do any raids, I can try and get my friends to help us.
I'm not doing any raids at the moment. We are going to have raids back to back from about October, and I'm preparing various teams and various activities for those. But presently we are just doing all that is game related, and raids are really the top tier activity, and in order for them to be as interesting and as exciting, one has to have a selection of permanent raid teams with lots of experienced players, and then it becomes really very, very interesting to watch. So that's what's going to be happening in due course, but not at the moment. I'm not doing any raids at the moment. Also, I'm not doing the Crucible overall. I do it sometimes like a warm-up, because my internet speed, upload speed, is very poor. And if you want to be doing PvP, your upload speed must be at least 5 or upwards, right? And you get players in there whose upload speed is 1000. What happens is, because their speed is 1000 and their weapons are a lot more effective, so you'll find sometimes if your speed is much worse than theirs, they have 1 shot, 1 kill, and you keep firing at them and the hits don't register, or they register with a massive lag, or all kinds of problems. So these are the 2 activities I really don't do much here for that reason, because for raiding you also need very, very good upload speed, because if there's a lag in between the raid team members, then there's a problem as well,
Oh boy, Shax wants me. Enter the Crucible match and take the glory of your opponents in the Supremacy match. Your opponent's crest is his glory. Take it, prove your supremacy. Okay, I'll accept it. And then Crucible bounties.
So Lord Shax was unlocking the Crucible for you. You'll be able to enter the Crucible. But if you've not done any, have you done any of the Crucible or not yet? You haven't.
Not yet in D1 and D2.
Well, then you know how it works. Basically, the Crucible is PvP, player against player, right? So it's people playing different characters. In Destiny 2, you also have Gambit, which is a combination of PvP and PvE, right? Very difficult. And I have to tell you, personally, if you like PvE, PvP is very, very different. And as you are a junior member of gaming community, beware. There are lots of mature players in there who are competitive, and they create what's called a toxic content. They swear a lot, they're quite offensive with comments, they're full of judgment, criticism. So beware if you go there, so you don't get really upset or offended. Do you know what I mean? And that's not just Crucible specific. This is present in all PvP. If you play Battle Royale games like Apex or PUBG or Battlefield, you will get a lot of that. So it's a different way of approaching the game altogether. I think it's important for anyone who doesn't know what it is to be prepared. I don't get trolls or people who are offensive in here, because if they do that, they can be prosecuted in court, because I have moderators that read the content and file reports and everything. But I did have a few coming in from the Crucible, and there was one guy who's a cyber terrorist, and he was causing serious problems in here, but he's been dealt with. But out of the blue, for no reason at all. So I just want to tell you, if you go to PvP there, beware of what kinds of responses you'll be getting.
Okay. Yeah, in D2, I played a game of Crucible, and I clutched my team and carried them. And then someone on the other team that was sweating he sent me hate mail saying, "You're trash, 1v1 me, scrub." And I 1v1'd him, he gets destroyed, and he says, "Oh, you just got lucky."
No, the fact is that you simply have to ignore people like that, and if they're saying anything like that, this is against the Bungie rules. You have to report them. Anybody who sends you anything which is offensive, you have this option of reporting it to the server, or reporting it to Twitch, or reporting it to whoever your provider is. And you need to, first of all, block them immediately, and then report them. And in report, you need to state what they said, because any form of abuse is against the rules. In fact, lots of these guys don't know, but the gaming community is now working on covert IP detection, right? So people who are doing these sorts of things in the near future will be instantly detected, and the IP will be banned for life, right? What happens is they use PC-based devices, which make them bypass IP, or they change the IP all the time. But like any other tech, the guys providing the facility will get smarter, and they will invent the mechanisms to which such people will be eliminated. Because I've seen on Twitter there are lots of people who suffer that degree of abuse, and that is completely unacceptable, because if they were to be doing that in real life, then they would have a lot of trouble. They'd be reported to the police, or if they're face to face there could be fights, all sorts. And it's not acceptable. Video gaming is not about abuse. It's not about harassment or any form of judgment. Video gaming is about connecting with people, having a lot of fun, making new friends. That's what gaming is about.
Just having a good time in general.
Yeah, and I was attending a conference at the European headquarters of Twitch recently. It was a big conference. People who run Twitch were there, and we talked about the participants and who actually comes to Twitch, who watches the channels, and they said they really struggled with those numbers, because since 2015, so that's less than 4 years, they've had an unbelievable increase of the number of participants. You're talking about millions and millions of people worldwide accessing Twitch, watching channels, providing content, interacting, and all this. And they're developing the tools which will prevent people from, being abusive or doing terrible things. And they said it's just a sheer number, and they're lagging behind a bit. But equally, we discussed the figures, and there's a very small number amongst the entire, community of participants that's actually linked to competitive gaming. So you're talking probably between 2 to 3% of the overall users. The fact is that it's a small, niche group of people, but they are sort of working towards a particular goal, and the channels will be based on competitive gaming. There's one girl, she's one of the best world players of PUBG. PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and she runs a channel that's based on training. It's a bit like a coach in a football team, and she's training people what to do. So it's a completely different channel. She brings in people who are not the beginners, but people who want to be playing competitions. and they will have certain criteria and that. But in those channels you get a lot of toxic content because you get people who are envious of the scores and the results and all this. But because she's a pro gamer, like myself, she has external moderators, people who monitor the content, and she doesn't even look at it. You know, it's just like ban, 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 report, report, report. It just comes immediately, straight away, if anybody says anything like it. And, you know, there are prosecutions if applicable. And, you know, I think people have to keep it. What I'm trying to tell you is that the competitive community comes within that sort of niche market or the niche area of Twitch broadcasting and generally the gaming community. The vast majority is based on entertainment, fun, you know, and you watch channels where people are really having a lot of fun after they get killed. But you come to a channel which is highly competitive and they will have a serious problem with being eliminated, you know. So just you know, it's a great difference really for the way people approach gaming. But I think having a community, family-friendly approach is what works the best. Xjules says, "Hey Miller, we'll see you soon in the tower." Of course. Well, thanks very much for popping in, and thank you for watching the channel and being here with us. Really appreciate it. Our three-piece here is going to do some strikes. So if our friend Rodri is ready, we can just crack on with his strikes. Is our friend Attention still with us, or is he gone? I didn't really see.
Nope, he's definitely here because we were playing with the purple ball.
Excellent. So we'll do some strikes, and I can tell you, we can try first of all, before we enter the strikes, pop in your 3 of coins. So do that first, right? Because it's very easy to forget. I forget all the time to use 3 of coins. So in fact, as I'm telling you to do
With my
this,
3 of coins, I only have 3 left. So I'm gonna try my best to kind of conserve them.
Okay, it's no problem. I've taken one of mine, and I'll be able to tell you whether there's been any form of exotic drop in there. But you will not be able to see it, you know, if you don't use 3 of coins. Then I see my exotic drops, but you will not be able to see them. But you know, so choose Fallen Saber.
I'd honestly be happy with any Ingram. I honestly kind of just want to freaking get any exotic at this point.
Well, you probably can't get them yet because of your light level. You will have to be...
Wait, what? How is there still something that needs me in the tower?
No, don't go to the tower back again. We've just been there. We don't have to go back. We go back to the strikes because I have about an hour left, and I want our viewers to be enjoying some of the strike, you know, some of the strikes basically. And we'll do Fallen Saber, the Sunless Cell. I've seen them earlier because you were looking for what to do, and they came up as your tasks. So we'll go to those two. So as soon as we touch the tower, we go back in orbit, and then we'll do the strikes.
Alright, I have a question about the mode of light.
Yep.
When you use one, does it like, when you go to your inventory and go to the material mode of light, is it like just when you use it, does it like directly imply the experience to your gun? Everything?
Not to a gun. It applies the experience to everything you've got currently equipped. That's weapons and armor included. So the idea, if you want to be like really very economical, you know, with your modes of light, what you do is, let's say you have 50 modes of light, right? And you look at the weapons that require extra experience. So that's all of your weapons. That's your primary, secondary, your heavy, also the your ghost, and all of your armor, everything you've got there, inclusive of artifacts. So you basically position those that require extra experience, the ones that still need experience to be unlocked, right? So you select these, you put them all there, and once you use 30 modes of light, the experience is applied to them all. So to any weapon or armor which is equipped, regardless of, you know, which one it is, the experience is going to be applied. Keep in mind that 30 modes of light will unlock everything on certain weapons, and they will not unlock everything on armor. Your armor will take a lot longer. So if you use 30 modes of light, don't use any extras for your armor, but then just carry on with this armor through your gameplay, and you will get the experience. Do you see what I mean? So you keep it sort of 50-50, half and half for your armor.
Yeah.
Right. So I also thought that you're just working initially on one weapon, but actually it is applied to everything you've got in your current inventory that is currently equipped. So whatever is equipped is getting the perks unlocked. And don't forget, anytime you get your perk unlocked, immediately enable it, because it's very easy to forget. And any weapon will have obviously a lot more power once the perks are unlocked. Like for instance, you've got that sniper, and that was one of the best snipers in year 1. And you know, it has lots of different perks, so the sniper's made a lot more pertinent, as all of them are equipped and fully enabled. Okay, so you can choose. We can do either Fallen Saber or the Sunless Cell. These are terrific strikes, and they're a lot of fun. In Fallen Saber, we have a big, massive shank that needs to be destroyed at the end, and it needs to be destroyed with Galahorn or rocket launchers. And in the Sunless Cell, we have, I think, a massive Archon Priest.
Okay.
And the Flex Master says, I need to do that for Sleeper. Well, what we can do is, we can do your Sleeper quest on a separate day. You can pop in, and then, Rodri, myself, and you can work on that. It's just that it will be difficult to rush it, because my broadcast is going to end in about 60 minutes, and then I think for lengthy quests we need to do it bit by bit. That's the idea. But I'm happy to help, and all of our community members will be very happy to help you. The Sleeper Simulant is a lengthy quest. Hang on. Which do you want to do this one?
If that's fun. Wait, what?
This is
what
a difficult
strikes was
strike.
I able to do?
Well, I mean, we can do this one. We can do any strikes. Is this one on your list that needs to be done? This one? Shield Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can crack on with this one. Doesn't make no difference to me. We could just carry on with any of the strikes you've got. And for this one, we can use both Galahorn and exotic swords right at the end. This is actually one of the most difficult strikes in the whole game. You have 2 of these brothers, and they're extremely powerful. So you will see, I'm sure that...
No wonder I can do that, man.
Remember that
Oh,
centurion
no.
Oryx took right after you landed
Very
on
difficult to
Dreadnought?
do it all by
Then the
yourself.
Centurion and the Taken Ogre tried to stop you from killing the king? Didn't work. So the Centurion's Bond brothers are pretty angry they lost their commander. They're leading a team to blow the Dreadnought's core. Core goes, most of the system goes with it. You're gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
Okay, so we need to board that Cabal ship.
Cade, why do you think they crashed their ship into the Dreadnought? Those are extreme tactics for the Cabal.
The Vanguard intercepted a signal, a message from the Cabal from way outside the solar system. A direct order to crash the ship, use it as a beachhead, and take out the king. Now that's loyalty.
Run out of ammunition.
I have tracking on the Bond brothers. They're the ones leading the
Is
assault
there
on the
any
power
way
core.
you can like
Marking the
grind
coordinates
Glimmer
now.
and do it
What's that?
easily? Is there a way you can grind Glimmer pretty easily?
Yes, there is. I'll explain to you in a moment. Just let me get rid of these Cabal enemies in here.
Is it just me or is this Centurion like glitched?
He's glitched. He's sort of standing in there. He doesn't want to. Oh, this one doesn't want to die.
Yeah, he's just standing there.
See this? This is glitched. Using all of my ammunition on him, and he's still alive.
think it's just lagging. Yeah, it's just lagging because that's Centurion's dead.
Okay, we can go through. We can go through. Don't worry about him. Just go through. Because I think one of them is glitched and he keeps popping up. So just follow me. Just hold on. Is our friend also joining us? Was our friend behind that, or was he going up front?
Our friend is.
Why would you bring a
way
tank
ahead
to
of us.
space?
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah, attention, don't race.
Cleared out everything.
Attention, do not race, because we are in a public broadcast. We need to see all the action on the screen. We need to do it together as a three-piece. So please do not race. We need to do it together.
Because that's what teams for.
Absolutely.
Alright, I'm caught up with attention. Oh, I don't like that.
Now this is a difficult,
I do not like that.
difficult strike, and
I'm
you got.
gonna guess you're probably gonna have to kill this pretty much alone. By the way, because you have Dark Drinker. Dark Drinker is OP.
Now the first thing we need to do is we need to get rid of the ads, right? And then we need to use. Now I got key of
heavy
fuel.
ammo and stuff.
Yeah, we'll use our heavies on that.
I
walker.
would use a synthesis, but I only have like 2, maybe 1. Wait 1 second, I'm gonna hit it with the goldie. Alright, yeah, it's pretty low. Alright, it's dead. Oh, wait, don't kill it yet. Is this considered a 3 of coins?
No.
Okay,
You can put your 3 of coins for those brothers. They'll come up at the end.
I've lost their signal.
alright, just tell me when to
Maybe
pull it
we should
out.
try the bridge.
Pop it.
Straight away.
Those Cabal
3 of coins will not
soldiers have
disappear.
no
They'll
fear.
stay there until the
You
champions are
know,
destroyed.
When they go to war, they're kicked out of the Empire.
So you want me to pop it right now?
Victory is the
Yeah.
only way they get to go home. Not a lot of people know that.
Have you ever gotten exotic out of that? From 3 of coins?
Not out of this tank, no, but out of the bosses. Because you see, the way the strikes work is you'll get all kinds of enemies before you get to the end, and it is at the end that you get the bosses that will give you exotics. So it's the final boss in any strike.
No! Alright. I popped my 3 of coins and I get a buff. It's called exotic particles. Grants a chance to receive exotic out of
Yeah, you'll see
Ultra Boss
it's like a marker
or the
on.
end of a crucible match.
Yeah, it's a marker on your inventory. You'll see it. It looks like a number,
Yeah.
and that tells you that actually you applied it. Okay,
Alright, cool.
slowly but surely we can progress forward.
I'm gonna really just hope that I get my first ever exotic. Won't it
Well,
be a
you-
troll weapon like No Land Beyond?
You may, because this is a good strike. Harder the strike, greater the likelihood, you know?
Taken and Cabal fighting for the bridge.
Yeah.
Wherever the brothers are, they aren't here. Let's keep moving.
Is Pocket Affinity a random drop?
Wouldn't really know off the top of my head. If any of our members know, please let our friend Rodri know. Because these exotics, they come in all sorts of ways, you know, from when you purchase
Yeah,
them
like
off
there's some
there.
that you can only get through quests.
Yeah. Well, the exotic swords and, you know,
Yeah, I completely get it.
exotic fusion rifle, that they are based on quests which need to be completed. Okay.
Personally, my favorite types
Guardian
of
down.
rocket launchers are the rocket launchers that can at least have 2 bullets in the mag. Or,
Those
I don't
rocket
even know what
launchers
it is.
are very effective,
Bond brothers may not even know the Primus
but
was taken. The
these
sort
are
they
not
were
always
to get their dead commander back.
not
That's the
always
hope
applicable
the Empire
to
gets on these soldiers, Guardian. Loyalty
the
beyond
battle,
death.
you know.
I guess, yeah. I'm gonna guess Galahorn's like so much better, probably.
Yeah, Iron Galahorn, the exotic, is the best rocket launcher in Destiny 1. So once you've got it, you'll be able to use it on certain bosses. The only downside is it doesn't have a large magazine. You'll get 5 to 6 rockets, and then you have to use your synth or collect. It's always the best to have lots of synths because, you know, once they come off that cooldown, you can just pop them in.
Is a lot of Cabal explosives hooked
Are
up to
those
the
sisters
Dreadnought
in this
core.
room?
Brothers. There's 2 brothers in here. That's the end of the strike in here. And these guys are very,
they-
very powerful. So
There
beware.
are munitions hooked up to each structural weakness on the core.
Okay.
I think the
Yep.
brothers know we're here.
Oh my god, I thought they were wizards. I thought they were wizards. No. I'm gonna pop a gun. I didn't get damage. Oh my god, he's getting freaked up.
He's almost gone. My dark drinker nearly destroyed him, so... Well, he disappears for a while and then, you know, he comes back.
Well, I have no head. Should I pop a synth? Is it worth it?
Yeah. For your heavy.
I am about to die. Am I not? Actually, no, I'm not.
I got killed. And
But
that's
you did
because...
you're freaking getting meleeed all the time because you're always close range using dark drinker.
You know that word which you use? Don't use that word again, please. Because it could be seen as a
Oh
swear
wait,
word
what?
as well.
Word?
Yeah. The one that starts with F.
Oh, did I actually say that? Sorry.
Yeah, you did several times, not just now, but, you know, just... So, what can happen is, you play the game and suddenly everything disappears because the moderators took action. So just keep in mind that it's not considered to be a friendly word.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. People don't realize sometimes, you know. People use other words that start with C and that, and it's not considered
Oh,
user
is it
friendly.
is it like, is it the second letter U?
No. Ah.
Okay. Oh, okay, never mind then.
Because in a family-friendly channel, we want just pleasant words, you know.
Yeah. Stuff like please.
No, we don't really use that, and as I said, it's prohibited. Did we destroy the other brother? Is the other brother dead?
I'm not sure at all, honestly.
Because he was down to maybe 5%.
Honestly. I'm close to my celestial. I'm not celestial.
Okay, I'll tether him now.
No!
Oh no, he's gone in. No. This was a bit... I shouldn't have done
That's
this. I just...
unlucky.
No, I just wasted my super. I should have remembered that he would just disappear. I thought he was going elsewhere.
Just didn't know. I got something called a resupply code. Is that like Silken Codex?
I
kind
think
of?
it's for Master Rahul. I think he'll get some extra glimmer. But you asked me about glimmer.
Should I trade that in for glimmer?
It's automatic. It's automatic. He will give you glimmer if you know. Once you pick this up, you'll automatically register.
Alright, let's kill him. A golden gun. I feels bad. He was a tad boy hours.
He's gone.
And he's gone. Does that count as the Silken Codex? I I'm at my 3 coins.
You'll see whether he dropped anything right at the end once
Nope,
the.
popping another one.
Yeah, you can, because the other brother is also needing to be destroyed.
Yep, once he dies, then hopefully he drops an exotic. Never know. Never know. Oh
Yep.
my god, you just got whopped. Oh, I'm
Thank you.
hurt. I might die. Not now, anyway. Is he this low, or is he like to die?
Yeah, I need to use my synth.
Guardian down.
Oh, no, this is bad. Oh, no. I'm gonna revive him.
No, I managed to get my heavy ammunition, so that should be alright. I'll be able to destroy the boss.
Situation that I hate. I might be able to kill him if he does that.
Where's the boss?
Rip, I died.
There we are. All dead. And then at the end we are getting.
Chest.
No, we're not getting a
It's
chest
done.
because
Brotherhood is
it's not
broken.
a Siva heroic strike.
I hear that the Cabal are big on honor, but look at their actions, not their words. You've put
At
an
the
end
end,
to
we get
war
what?
criminals.
Just
Butchers.
looking whether there's
And
any exotics
You've shown
anywhere,
the
but they
Empire
didn't drop
what the
any
Vanguard's
exotics
all about.
by the looks of it.
Nice
I
work.
don't think he did. Is it worth to just like buy this?
No, no,
Or
no,
should
no.
I save up?
No, 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 no. Don't waste your money on anything, because Destiny is not pay-to-play game, you know. It's just you get everything as you carry on with in-game currency. There's no reason.
Oh no, I meant
Sorry.
like, should I like, with my currency of the freaking Zer stuff, should I buy?
You mentioned that
some
word
of the
again.
points?
Please don't say it again, because the modifiers may just block you, you know. The F word. So just beware. What you asked about in-game currency is that you can buy from Zer if you think it will help you, but I think at the end of the day you can carry on with the game, and as you're leveling up, when you pass like 350, you'll have a few more exotic pickups and drops, and particularly when you are doing the strikes and other top tier activity. Do you know what I mean? So you are going to be picking them up, but it's all about leveling up and how sort of far you went with your game, and everything gets easier as you come closer to 390. Can I just ask you, let me see, your levels have gone up from, what was it when we started today? You had 170 or something, 160, and now you're 207, so you've gone up quite considerably, and also your levels have gone to 40, so you maxed out. You can't have any more levels than 40, and 40 to 07, that's pretty good. Let's do another strike.
My black hammer actually have leveled up a lot.
Well, terrific. Terrific, and you probably will have all perks unlocked as we kind of end the broadcast. So we can do another strike. Let's do that other strike.
It's to the
Fallen
point
Saber.
where I literally ran out of glimmer, so I can't upgrade it anymore.
Well, you asked me earlier, and good job you reminded me again. In order to do, if you look at the screen, my stream, basically, have a look at my inventory. My inventory, I have black wax idol, right? So I'll use that black wax idol. Then I have, just a moment. Just bear with me, I want to put it back on. Just hold on for a second, I want to show you this. So I've used my black wax idol, and I used, what was the other one? And you have also ether seeds, right? So these are your consumables, basically black wax idol, right? Then ether seeds, and what was the third one I used? There were 3 of them, and each one of those is a consumable that will give you extra glimmer, right? And each one of them is basically tied to a particular enemy. So if you're eliminating, let's say, hive enemies, you want to use black wax idol. If you're eliminating the fallen enemies, you want to use ether seeds. and then there's the third one which I just used, but I don't think I have any. Wait a minute, where was it? Like for instance, blue polyphage. Blue polyphage is for the Vex. So let's say use blue polyphage when you're on Mars, and anytime you're destroying the Vex, you're getting a lot more glimmer. So the way to beef up on your glimmer is to use some of these consumables depending on what enemies you're going to be tackling. Follow me? So for blue polyphage is the Vex, for ether seeds it is Fallen, for black wax idol it's the Hive. So I'll put them on, all of them, so I'll get some extras. And I don't have another booster, because if I had my Vanguard booster lasts for about 4 hours, and then it provides you with extra experience points. Basically they all double up and you can get a lot more glimmer very quickly. I don't have another one today, so I couldn't use it really in order to help you with this. So remember then, these are the items you can always use to get more glimmer before you are entering any battle. Flexmaster says, how much do I use 3 of coins? Well, the best way of doing it is by popping them when you know that there's going to be a champion right at the end, and that's usually in strikes, right? But they also pop up in some other situations. They come to the Plaguelands, and you have a war breaking out between different enemies. You get champions popping up, particularly the Taken champions, and it's useful to be using your 3 of coins every single time you see a champion, right? Or when you're expecting a champion. And as you know, if you're doing strikes, the champion will be there right at the end of every single strike. So you want to use the 3 of coins every single time you're entering the strikes. You're not getting exotics every single time. They may be popping up every 3 or every 6 strikes, but it's random drops. Sometimes you have 2 or 3 within 6 strikes, and other times might be 1 amongst 8. Hard to predict. But the purpose of using 3 of coins and picking them up is for them to be used. So remember that. If you keep them for a very long while, no use. Use them, because you will get some rewards if you use them and apply them appropriately. And Flexmaster says, I'm trying to get Husk of the Pit one day as well. You'll pick it up. In fact, I've been picking up dozens of husks recently on my hunter, and they're not particularly useful. And you have that quest where you are increasing that ability of Husk of the Pit to be a lot more powerful against the Hive enemies. And it's just like one of the quests. And XJaw says, I just got an exotic. Cool, that's wonderful. Alright, because we have about 45 minutes left, we'll proceed to the Sunless Cell. So, Rodri, take us away. Is Rodri there? You can proceed with the Sunless Cell.
Alright, well, are you guys ready to start this next strike?
Yeah. Let's carry on. The Sunless Cell is also a very difficult strike, and we'll need Galahorn right at the end. And XJaw says, I am just doing a great strike. Loads of strikes, loads of good strikes as part of that Siva Heroic playlist.
Some Hive strain against the will of Oryx.
Always good fun. I do them almost every day.
Is one such. Long ago he fomented rebellion against the king and attempted to take his mantle. Alak-Hul failed and now awaits the mercy of the Hive. Given the chance, the Darkblade will step in to take Oryx's crown. We must not allow another prince to rise.
This is a very difficult strike, and you also will have, for one of the exotic swords, this strike delivered right at the end, and then Alak-Hul, this massive ignite, is protected by 3 smaller knights, and then you have to destroy 2 of them within 5 seconds in order to destroy him to proceed. So it is a very difficult one when you're doing it as part of the exotic sword quest. Ekjor said he was doing a guest strike. Yeah. I thought it was you saying that you're doing a great strike, but you know, all good either way. This is a very difficult strike, you will see. Very difficult. And there'll be some wizards in here. And those wizards need to be immediately eliminated, because otherwise they will eliminate us. Okay, we can all go through. Attention, just hold on. Attention, hold on. Just wait for our friend Rodri to come in, because we need to be doing it all together. There we are, all three of us. Cool. So we're doing it together. Alakhul is a very, very difficult beast, as you will see. And you will need very good weapons to defeat him. As we have team of 3, it's going to be a lot easier.
I can sense a powerful incantation.
How much time do you have
High
after
runes
this?
hold the far door shut.
35 minutes
My
exactly.
scan says the runes draw energy from those towers.
Do you think
If you
you
get me
want
over
to
there, I can hack them
try
open
and
the door.
kill Omnigul?
Probably not, because that's quite lengthy. That will take us a lot longer than a couple of minutes. We can do that on another day. Omnigul strike, depending on the difficulty level, is one of the most difficult. So it'll take a little while.
Okay, my bad, I didn't know.
No, no problem. Just that I
Oh
sort of
god, those wizards move.
time it accordingly, you know. I want to make sure that the wizards are destroyed. Are there any wizards left in there? Or none?
Yeah, there's one. I'm gonna try and take him out.
No, there's another one in there as well. Oh no, that wasn't a wizard.
Is there even anything Raise Lighter is better than Dirt Rat?
It will work better when you have enemies with, can't remember now, but it's solar arc shields, you know? It will break the shields faster. But Dark Drinker is more deadly, so it depends on modifiers. If the modifiers are telling you that you need to use a specific weapon, then Raise Lighter and Bowcaster will be, you know, applied accordingly. The Dark Drinker is universally...
So it's like an arc friendly Bowcaster or something. It's a solar, you'll use Gallahorn, Raise Lighter. And if it's like Void, you'll use Dark Drinker.
Yeah, as you could see, in here, Dark Drinker does the business. So that's it, I think. One left somewhere. Yeah, we can go up. Did you use your 3 of coins?
Not yet.
Yeah, you can put them on because
well, this is my last one, so
well, Alakhul may be dropping an exotic because he is one of the worst enemies or the most difficult bosses to neutralize in the game.
It seems the most annoying kill are probably taken.
Well, it depends on the strike, you know. Sometimes you get...
Probably just because they teleport and stuff.
And they multiply, so they come in large numbers. They get very menacing if you're doing anything on very hard difficulty level, you know, then you need a team of 3.
Well, I hit level 40 today, so I am pretty happy.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah,
And you leveled
my
up.
friends took
I know you also went up
photos.
light level wise by
Yeah, I'd
quite
say
a bit.
I went up like 40.
Yeah,
Probably.
so that's quite good. And don't forget we talked a lot. We didn't do activities back to back. And next time when we do it, then we can just focus on the game and we can really help you to level up faster. Do you know what I mean? Because today we were sort of talking about different things which you can be doing
Well,
and applying.
But personally, I feel like probably just talking and getting to know everything.
Yeah,
Stuff to me, I think was like just really helpful.
absolutely. That helps the best. And don't forget, today we didn't have a very busy community morning, but if you had like 30-40 people popping in and then providing you lots of tips, then you learn, you know, a lot more, much quicker than otherwise.
Yeah.
It depends on the day. Some days are very busy, and you know, some days less so. It's coming to midsummer, so lots of people on
Honestly, I
holidays.
stream every once in a while on YouTube, but most of the time I don't get any viewers. But that occasional viewer, honestly, just makes me really happy.
It takes a while to build your community, you know, and does require knowledge and skill. Streaming is a very demanding exercise, and what is important is for everyone to do it from the beginning in the right way, because people do not come back if they don't like something, you know. And lots of people try out different things and all this. It's the best to become knowledgeable by learning and watching other people's channels and then creating one's own kind of broadcasting facility. Because you'll get people who change their user IDs, that change strategies and all this. I'm afraid people who watch Twitch, they remember, you know, the broadcaster, and they will have their own preference in the same way as they would towards music. You either like somebody's music or not, and that's about it.
I watched a video earlier. We were talking about like, were you talking about VPNs? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. If you were, I think I would probably just watch a video. I was watching a Kamikaze video, if you know who he is. He's a YouTuber, pretty popular. He's talking about how people on Destiny 2, they will go into competitive and they will do stuff to your internet so that you lag out of the game, so that your teammates, just so that they can get the win. I just think that's a little petty.
Well, people do all sorts of things. I've gone the wrong way, unfortunately.
That's bad. I'm trying to kill the wizards. Alright, I got him. I'm gonna kill the last shooter.
Well, the way to do this action is either to raise directly to avoid shriekers, or as a 3-piece to engage all the enemies, you know? So
oh no, that's a wizard! I
was
like
doing
that.
it halfway. Okay, we got you, so we can just go downstairs, careful they fall, which is what happened to
Is
me.
this the boss fight?
Very shortly.
Does Oryx have a prison?
Prison is the wrong term. He holds his victims, tortures them, then renders them down into chitin for his ships.
Oh no. That's a lot of draw.
Well, I've used my dark drinker on them, but I want to save Well, actually, I don't have any ammunition for a lack full.
Save that ammo. You can probably get them down. And auto rifles.
Okay, so we'll put my synth on, and now we're coming to the boss fight.
Oh!
Nothing left now but the drop.
Oh, wait, what?
There's also heavy
you have to
ammunition
drop
sometimes in here, yeah. And
I
it's
thought
very,
I
very
died.
dark, very dark, very dark.
Alakhul is near.
So what I'll do is I'll tether him, and then I will.
Oh, where is he? I think it's him. I don't think it works.
It didn't work, no. We got to
Rest in peace, my gold. Rest in peace, my gold. Dark Trigger's tearing him off though.
hit him with heavy, so any
Once you
heavy
kill him,
weapons
does
that
it
you
get light?
have.
Oh, did I already got my... Alright, I got my... Laser. Get him up, oh my god.
He killed me, but he is almost dead.
I'm ready. He's dead?
He is dead.
Miller, can you res me?
Yes. May his dark soul go screaming into the pit between the stars.
No, Zadok.
The creatures of the hive are treacherous, vicious,
He didn't drop
but
any
they can
exotics,
still
no.
fall to infighting, to petty distractions of the flesh.
I didn't get any exotics either. I put on my 3 coins.
That
And
is why we must rise above, Guardian. It is the only way we will survive the long night.
alright, we can do another strike. I still have 25 minutes. You know, Dark Drinker there. That literally destroyed him almost down to 5%. And we used Tether and Super and everything else. So, but otherwise it's a very difficult strike. One of the most difficult in the game. Well, there are lots of difficult strikes, so it's just one of them. We can do Fallen Saber.
The
Fallen
most
Saber is a...
difficult on hard mode is most likely either the Crota strike or the Omnigul strike.
Yeah, they're all difficult. If you are playing those Shield Brothers on very hard difficulty level, when it's like a Nightfall strike, then it is incredibly difficult. No, don't go to the tower. Go to Fallen Saber, because I won't be able to carry on with my broadcast. Just go to Fallen Saber.
Wait, what's it called?
Fallen Saber, it's another strike. You've had it earlier. You had it on your list. When you have to fight that big shank right at the end.
Earth?
Yeah, it's on Earth. It's called Fallen Saber.
Alright, yeah, I found it.
That's the one, yeah. Because as you progress with your light levels, you'll be able to choose the option between easy and normal. Normal is like much harder version of those strikes. And when you do Siva Heroic Strikes, all of them will be delivered on the hard difficulty level. So it'll be much harder than what you've seen so far.
Somewhere along the coast, near the coast.
But they're good fun, you know.
That's Rasputin, the AI Warmind. If I'm understanding him correctly, it's a distress call. There are so few ballet fans left, Guardian. It'd be a shame to lose him.
We can't afford another Omnigul situation. Get in there, assess the threat, and aid Rasputin. A threat to the Warmind is a threat to the city as well.
This game is all about leveling up and high quality loot, you know, and everything becomes significantly different when you reach that 390 to 400 level. You get more powerful and, you know, everything is just much better.
Actually, I have a decent amount of engrams on me. By the way, would it be worth it? Is there a way to infuse
Heads
my
up.
black hammer?
Rasputin's dropping a war sat in from orbit. It's got the codes we'll need to access his bunker.
Is
No.
it possible to infuse my? Oh, so it
No, no,
is.
no, no. What you'll do is with Black Hammer, you'll be able to increase the. Hang on. Oh no! I did something so silly. I didn't. I'll get out of there. Where are you guys?
We're by the war set.
Yeah, you've gone elsewhere. It's okay. I was just going to come to this area where you have also a capacity to get exotics, but I'll come your way. Hang on.
Wait, you have a chance to... Wait, what? For exotics?
It is like if you come back here, you probably wouldn't have seen this.
I will come... I'm on my way. If you guys see me, I'm on my way.
If you come back, you probably will be able to see me. I'll
Nope, I can see you on the map. I'm coming.
yeah, and attention can also come in here.
There's an exotic involved.
Yeah, basically you have 3 big yellow bar knights, and one of them is a champion. So, or he's like a champion, and there's a chance of getting some really good loot after they're neutralized, because it's a bit like a semi-secret sub-quest in this area.
Sorry this is taking so long, but these sequences...
What happened?
Oof. I don't think we can do that.
Why? Somebody was running forward and then got killed. We've gone forward now. Doesn't matter. We'll do that some other time. If you want to do it, we can go back.
It contains codes we need to gain access to his bunker.
Because I asked everyone not to be racing, because if we are racing, we're missing out on the action, and then basically we'll get this frequently, that we're just being booted out. Because one person's racing and gets killed early, and then we have to start everything all over, you know.
Hey, stop moving. I'm gonna hop on your sparrow.
Glasscut's here. Hello, Glasscut. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching our broadcast. Glasscut says Destiny 2 is not good, just play Destiny 1. Well, I wouldn't agree with this. If you were to be playing Destiny in its present shape, Destiny 2 that is, with annual seasons and all the other additional content, it is a very, very good game. Although I know that a lot of people prefer Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, so it's down to preference. But Destiny 2 is much greater in terms of content, and it's constantly evolving.
I have a question. The Shade Step, is that only on the Blade Dancer and Night Stalker?
Sorry, you asked me, I didn't hear the question.
Can you get the Shade Step on the Gunslinger?
The Shade stuff?
Or is it like yeah, the Shade Step.
I don't think I quite understand, I'm afraid.
You know that move? I think you double tap circle if you have your friendly hunter. Let me go to the Blade Dancer and check it out.
Or you mean when you go invisible?
Yeah.
I'm going as fast as I can. You'd think Rasputin would make this a
in order to go
easier
invisible,
on us.
what you do is you throw this grenade, you see, like this. It's your right one. Your right one, and then you go invisible for a while.
Alright, on Night Stalker?
It is on...
Purple?
Yes, it's on the Night Stalker, yeah.
Alright.
So if you got your Night Stalker, then that grenade will make you invisible.
Okay. I will keep that in mind for when I have my need and I'm about to die.
Guardian down.
These things hurt. Oh, I actually just got an upgrade on my night stalker. I got higher jump.
So we should be alright.
The House of Wolves campaign, is it worth doing?
Of course, you'll have to do. It's a story-based campaign. It is the second DLC, I think.
I'll make sure to do that after my Rise of... should I do it after or before Rise of Iron?
You should do it next, and after that you'll do the Taken King, and then you do Rise of Iron. The Dark Below, House of Wolves, the Taken King, and then... Well, you've done it already. Okay, then it's just that you jump gun. You've gone to the DLC number 3, and you've not completed DLC number 2. You know, it doesn't matter really, because the game's delivered in a non-linear fashion, so it doesn't really affect your gameplay or anything.
Because I've already done the Dark Below. So. This way.
Yeah, I've just looked for one of our teammates.
Is that Rasputin?
There we are. Okay, go inside. And this is going to be our last activity for today. When we finish it, then we'll call it a day. And you can pop in on any other day, you know, and just let me know. Or drop me a line if you want to book a space. Because we get sometimes very busy with lots of people coming. And then if anyone books in advance, then they will be given priority, if you know what I mean. Depends. Some days we have few people coming, on other days we have very many. And generally I prefer to have one team for the whole session, because it makes it nicer and easier to kind of understand, and for the viewers it's also more straightforward, you know. One team completing 7 tasks, rather than hopping from one task to another.
That hurts, like a lot. This strikes boss. What is this boss?
A very large shank.
A shank.
Mm-hmm. That shank's quite deadly. No, a large shank, you'll see. And that shank is quite deadly.
I am actually pretty... Oh, wait, what? I didn't go invisible. Ah!
I got also eliminated.
Yeah, those exploding shanks, they hurt.
Because they've got to be... look at that, I went backwards. They need to be hit from distance. I've used my dark drink, I didn't even look, you know, and blew up in my face.
Wait, what? How do we get in there?
You need to throw a grenade in that hole. Yeah, in here.
Alright, heat. Okay. I will get it. Oh.
Okay, we'll go.
Oh, I'm a bot. The Black Hammer, during Crota's End, the raid, which is where I got it, is it does it, like, drop at your light level?
Yeah, it does, yeah. Yeah, it does always.
Okay, so
any
I
of those weapons.
with another Black Hammer.
Yeah, I mean, if you well, I'm not sure whether you can, on the same character, pick up the same loot several times in a raid. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, you can. You just need to get lucky.
Understand it. If we are ever to reach a second goal, it will be with Rasputin at our side.
I almost didn't make it. Oh no. Guardian down. 4 hours. Here, let me get the ball. I got it. Attention.
I'm watching out for the shanks.
On me. Alright, so I can knife the regular ones.
Completely out of ammunition on my primary for some reason. What's going on?
The shank, is it like really easy to kill a dark drinker?
No, you have to use Galahorn on the shank, because on these robots, Dark Drinker doesn't really work too well.
Alright.
The robot champions.
Galahorn, that's a quest strategy.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, right?
That's right, yeah. You'll get a quest for Iron Galahorn. I can't remember exactly when. I think it is Tyra Banks that will give you the quest, and then you will be able to... it's also a lengthy quest. You need to do lots of different tasks, you know?
Who?
Tyra. This is going to be a new character.
Myra?
Tyra, T-Y, Tyra. A bit like... she's similar to Master Rahul because she does decoding and provides you with artifacts and a few other things. You will see. I think you pick it up from her.
Alright, is this the boss fight, I believe? By the way, I do not have a 3 of coins, because last time I used one, didn't get anything.
This one's not particularly good for exotics. I don't remember having any exotic drops in here.
Rasputin's genuinely worried. I think they're trying to bypass his database and gain direct control of the warsats. That would be bad.
So we are coming into that main room.
I think this is the boss room.
Yes, it is, yeah. Just put my Galahorn
Do you like my shader?
Yeah, really cool. Let me just put my Galahorn on, and then I need to...
In Papa Synthesis?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, Black Hammer, it doesn't do much if you're just hitting it with one headshot and 5 shots. It's still much better when you hit all headshots.
Yeah, you'll find that Devil's Dawn is a better sniper.
That shank's been modified.
You know what's a better sniper than that?
Let's take it out.
Black Spindle is the best sniper in the game.
Yeah. Wow, we're melting it. That's a heavy shank. Yeah, I know about these. They're in D2. That thing is, I think, to be pro. Should I pop synth? Nah.
No, we'll be done quickly because of Galahorn. You know, Galahorn was able to destroy this thing.
Don't worry, Galahorn's OP.
And both of us were using Galahorn, myself and our friend.
Has the Vanguard tried to reach out to him recently?
So see whether there's anything collectible in there. Some
The last
drops
time we
in
sent
here.
in a team was years ago. We found what remained of their buddies scattered across the Skywatch.
That was a rather quick strike, actually.
In the meantime,
Yeah, we destroyed that shank rapidly because our friend
all thanks to you, Guardian.
had very good weapons, and you know, 2 of those weapons together, 2 Galahorns used on the shank on the easy difficulty level really do the business. But the Flex Master says, I did pick up an exotic. And which one did you get? Was it just an engram? Let's go quickly back to the tower so we can do some admin, and then I'll call it today. And if you guys want to carry on, Attention and Rodri, you can guys team up, and you can do it outside of my broadcast, you know, and carry on with the game, because you've got similar tasks and you may want to do that together. On the other hand, you can come back tomorrow and, you know, we'll carry on. So let's go to the tower very quickly. Only have a few minutes left, and then go to the tower. We call it today because I'll obviously disconnect from our fire team as well. Well, hope you guys had fun. Hope you achieved quite a bit. We were doing that lengthy grind with materials, but you know, you did pick up 10, and friend Attention managed to complete that section, so that's pretty good. and we had a lot of fun, loads of activities. It was quite diverse. We had story missions, we've had some exotic weapon grinds, we had plenty of strikes, so it's been a very, very good morning. Somewhat shorter broadcast today. We started at 11 rather than 10 due to that last night's broadcast of Destiny 2, but you know, all good, very enjoyable. I loved it, and we didn't have that many people coming, so our community was fairly quiet compared to the way it usually is, but that depends on the day. And sometimes, Roger, you'll see that if you ask a question, you'll have like half dozen answers coming in straight away, and you know, the veterans will be telling you what to do. It's the best way to learn. Destiny is a massive game, and there's so many different things to learn, and I find Destiny 2 to be even sort of bigger in content and kind of different avenues really compared to this one.
I have just about everything in D2.
Well, as you
That's
progress,
why I came to D1.
yeah, as you progress, you will see. It starts modestly, and then as you progress in the game towards the DLC, it gets more and more hectic. I'm not quite certain what it's going to look like if you are. Did you buy the complete edition? Are you on complete edition Destiny 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you have complete edition, that edition is basically providing you with the latest Destiny 2 base game, which has been completely reworked. So you will have a lot more activity, and everything's going to be hectic and, you know, very busy compared to the way it was in year one. Because in year one there was not much content, there was a bit of RPG, and people complained. But if anyone is doing the game from scratch on the complete edition, it is a completely different game, and you get all the updates and all the additional content that's been released recently, literally until the present day, because you get the seasons and you get the menagerie and season of opulence and all sorts. So there is plenty to do, and I'm actually staggered with how many things are to be done in there compared to the way it was initially right at the beginning. Alright guys, well, thanks very much, Rodri. Thanks very much, Attention, for coming in. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and thank you for joining our community. You joined us today and you had plenty of activities and fun, and let's squad up on another day. So I'll say
Okay.
a good afternoon to Rodri and to Attention, and if you want to come in on another day, just send me a message, which is a private message through PlayStation app, and then we'll be able to book a space for you, so you'll be able to, you know, carry on with the activity. Ever since I completed everything on all of my 3 characters, the channel is 100% community dedicated and based, and all we do here is basically what our community members want to do or wish to see. So keep that in mind. So thanks very much, Rodri, and just turn me into a team leader, please, if you may, because I'll need to disconnect. Let's see. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. Thanks very much indeed for that. And thanks very much to Rodri and Attention for being here with us and for the contributions. Hope you guys enjoyed the session, and I wish you a very, very good afternoon, and take care. Hope to see Rodri and Attention very, very soon. Thank you guys for coming and being here with us, and I wish Rodri and Attention a very good afternoon. So take care, guys. Take care. So for the benefit of our viewers, as you could see, we've had our junior Destiny community members here today. We played quite a few missions.
What do you have for us, Hunter?
We've had a diversity and a variety as far as Destiny 1 is concerned. We've had some story missions, we had some lengthy grinds and exotic quests. Also, we went down the route of doing some strikes, which were ferocious and thoroughly entertaining. And now we come to the end. And there will be another Destiny 2 broadcast, I think, tonight. So come back later in the day for that. And we'll carry on with our Destiny 1 world tomorrow. So let me quickly see what I picked up.
Is only as useful as we make it.
Some strange coins. That is always useful. And we'll just get rid of everything else that is no longer of interest. all sorts of weapons that we do not need. Friend was asking about Husk of the Pit as well, and Husk of the Pit keeps coming my way, and I actually don't need that husk. Alright, so that's all done. Quickly see whether
you'll get some rest.
there's anything left with our friend Postmaster as well. Have a look at it. And
Disruption resolved. Acknowledge.
2 of those items. We'll go back to Master Rahul and we'll pick up some of those items.
This looks interesting. Wield it wisely.
When you come to 4400, you keep collecting all sorts of weapons, and many of those are no longer needed, and you just simply need to quickly dismantle them and then get some materials for them. And this is what I'm doing, as you could see. So these are the ones, all dismantled, all done and dusted, and therefore we can proceed to the front and then call it a day. So thank you all for coming. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. We've had a lot of activity with our junior Destiny 1 members. It's been thoroughly enjoyable and highly entertaining. We'll carry on tonight with Destiny 2 Forsaken. I'm progressing down the route of Forsaken and doing lots of interesting things with the Spider. I have several of his bounties that need to be completed, and I think it's 10 or 12 of those wanted criminals that need to be caught. So that is going to be the next step for me in Destiny 2 Forsaken. But on that note, I will thank you all for coming and will wish you all a very, very good afternoon.